go to the media.
No invite right. Here we go. So should we talk while we're doing this?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we're on.
Yeah, we're live, right? I mean, but I just want to make sure everybody can see. We want to give you guys a reminder about our collaboration at Draft in Makati with Sunshine Shoulders is September 27th. If you can make it, come out, be here, be there, be square. It should be popping. It should be a good time. All right, Ching, what we got? Let's get it cracking.
First of all, welcome back to Richie Rich Abroad.
I'm your host, Richie Rich.
And this is Cheng. Good morning, everybody. Good evening. Good afternoon. How are you all doing? We're competing against football.
Yeah, football is king, Jack.
I know, right? So I mentioned in the comments that if in most Filipinas cases, rice is life, for Americans, football is life.
No, football is king.
Football is king. Okay, so I stand corrected.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So before we get into this live stream, today's topic is about the poll question that we had a few days ago. If you date a Filipina with kids, what role should you play? So before we answer that question and before we get into the poll results, everybody, this is a call-in live stream. The number is right here, 415-490-8030. Call in and give us your take. And of course, we're expecting everybody to be respectful in this chat or in this live stream. And as Rich previously mentioned, don't forget, if you're coming here in Manila on September 27th, we're going to have a meet and greet at Draft Restaurant and Brewery at Power Plant.
There it is. It's right there. You should be able. Can they see it though?
Yes, they can. Oh,
are you sure?
We're lagging. Yeah,
okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. All right. There it is right there. You can see it. Be there at B Square. It should be cracking, Jack.
Yes. And later on the second hour of our show, we are going
to
have...
we got?
Couples
connection. We're back, Jack.
Yeah. We're going to have our couples connection, and then of course we're featuring two handsome oily
bohunks that we're going to feature, and I'm sure the ladies will take notice and be happy to meet. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know where you're going to meet some quality women at. And this might be the place.
Yes. So before we move into our topic for today, so let's shout out some people on our live stream. Of course, we need to shout out the early bird. We have Morris is here.
What's up, Morris?
Cliff TV is in the house. All right, so
Chang is here.
Here.
Okay.
We have James Weatherspoon.
What's up, Spoon?
So we have
KB is in the house.
We also have Raymond.
What's up, Raymond?
And of course, Slick Rick.
Don't forget
the ruler.
Don't forget Rhoda.
Yeah.
Don't forget Rhoda. Rhoda's in the house.
Hey,
Rhoda, what's happening?
Right? Our
Aaron is in here, right? Aaron will be one of our couples connections contestants.
Yeah, and also Cliff later.
That was a secret.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a secret.
You didn't tell me that.
Okay.
All right, you didn't tell me.
So
Torch the light is here. You don't miss. Obi-Wan is here.
Not yet. Oh, Raymond is also here. Thank you, honey. And who else? Tiger.
Tiger Ronnie is in here. Okay.
Roger Parker.
What's up, Roger?
So Roger Parker said, Rich, we are in the wrong business. I was scrolling through channels and some guy gave a woman $200 while she was sleeping.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Talk about that
I'm telling you. I've seen it. We were just talking about this last night. It is insane, bro. The dudes who are the simps out there who will give a woman $200 while she's sleeping or washing clothes. It's crazy. There are live streamers who are sleeping on their live stream. Sleeping. and dudes are in the live stream talking to him. It blows me away. It absolutely blows me away. Morris said, "Yeah, Richie, football is king, English and American. That's right. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's not going to change, and we're up against it. That's it.
The black box is here.
Black box is in the house. What's up, Black Box?
Kate Fleetwood is also here with us. Roger Walker.
Right. Morris said, "Look, that's just crazy, man. And you guys, it is crazy. Please don't." Man, I get hot. I will get all twisted
every
up
time I
about
bring it up.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I
like
don't
seriously,
get it, dude.
I don't understand. What do you think you're getting? You're just giving a woman. I mean, give it to me. Give it to us. At least we're putting on a quality show. We're trying to put on a quality show. You're giving money to a woman who's sleeping. That to me, that is insane.
Yeah.
Just crazy insane.
And that goes to show that people are willing to do nothing to earn something.
Speaking of which, there's been some talk in the past about me and Chang, and I want to get something straight. I'm going to put things on the record right now, so there's no misunderstanding. Sometimes it's been said that I snore when I sleep. I just want to put y'all up on game, and I want y'all to have a listen.
Funny.
Hold on.
Stop.
Now, if you guys think that's me, you would be sadly mistaken, right?
Bye.
If y'all think that's me, you would be sadly mistaken. That's our partner right here, Ching, doing her thing. So if ever there's a comment about snoring or about any of this kind of madness, you might want to tape it shut. Okay,
let me add to what you said.
Okay.
Speaking of sleeping, because we were talking about we're going to do a live stream sleeping. They will hear me snoring.
Yeah, they'll hear you snoring. We'll lose money. They'll take money from us. Damn. Yeah. They would take the money from us.
I know, right?
Okay, let's get back to the
anyway.
show.
All right. So
all the people jumped in. Kate Fleetwood jumped in. Roger Walker's in the house. We already shout out to Tiger. Anybody else that we missed?
Did you just play chainsaw?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. That's exactly what it sounded like. It sounded like a chainsaw. Yeah, exactly. Imagine what it sounds like when it's right next to your ear. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the show.
Yeah.
You knew I was saving that for something.
Yeah. I know. But well, you better get ready.
Everything can't be good, huh? Everything can't be good.
You better watch when you sleep.
I'm okay. If you get me, you get me.
No, but
I'm a grown ass man. Yeah.
You pranked me 2 years ago. Yeah. Did I prank you back? No.
Hey, I'm a grown ass man. I'm gonna tell you, every now and then I snore, but people think you don't. But now we know. Let's come on. Let's.
All right, so guys, let's talk about something a little bit more personal and maybe controversial. So a lot of Western men who come here to the Philippines end up dating women who already have kids or children. Now that raises a big question, not just for the man but for the Filipino too. So what role should the new partner play in those children's lives? So before we get it cracking to our talking points, let's talk about the poll results that we had a few days ago. So the question was, if you date a Filipino with kids, what role should you play? So the number one answer got 46% and said supportive partner, but she leads with parenting. What do you think?
That's
46%.
Supportive
partner.
To me, that makes sense. That would probably be the answer I gave as well.
But the second highest is interesting. No role. I'm dating her, not raising kids.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a fairy tale. If you're dating, it is a package. Whether you like it or not, it's a package. You're not going to date her without dating the kids. The kids are going to affect your relationship.
Yes.
They just are.
You can't just eliminate, that you're just.
You could, but it would be bad.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be.
I mean, you can't just, I'm just dating you. I don't care about
that's not going to work.
That's
not going to work.
So many Western men say would, say that I'm dating her, not her kids. So, but in the Philippines, as we all know, family is very important and it's a package deal. So, should a man ever consider dating a Filipino with kids if he is not ready to step into some kind of a father role? That's the question to you and question to our audience. Again, let me repeat the question. Should a man ever consider dating a Filipino with kids if he's not ready to step into some kind of a father role?
And your question is Filipina, but I'm just saying, gonna say
Mm-hmm.
in general.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I'm still gonna say, in general, I don't I mean, if you can get away with it, I don't recommend dating a woman with kids.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not ready to, I
Mm-hmm.
think if you're not ready to accept the responsibility, understanding that she has kids, that they're gonna be a major part of her life, probably gonna be priority over you, then you should not date a woman with kids.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I mean, you and me both know how long it took me to wrap my mind around the
Mm-hmm.
idea of of accepting that whole role.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to kind of really vet
Mm-hmm.
and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is this the kind of relationship I want to get into? How does she deal with her kids and all? It took a lot, and I think you really have to vet a lot. And
Mm-hmm.
my answer would be no. My short answer
Mm-hmm.
would be absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get it. You can't get away from the fact that she has kids,
Uh-huh.
and they're going to be a major part of your life.
Yeah, and especially if you're not ready to step into that role. I think
Mhm.
that's the key word here is ready. Because if you're just, you have to understand that when you come here to the Philippines, there's a big chance
Mhm.
that you'll be dating a woman with
A
kids.
huge chance.
Huge
A
chance.
huge chance. I think the number. What is it? 68%
Yeah.
of the women over 30 years old are single moms.
Mm-hmm.
68%. So
Yeah.
I mean,
So
that's what it is.
so when you find someone who doesn't have who doesn't have kids or a kid, at least that's like a unicorn or
It's rare.
it's rare.
And I would even say this: if you find someone here over 30 years old who doesn't have kids and who isn't married, that might be a yellow flag. Even
Mm.
I know it sounds crazy, but that actually might be a yellow flag.
Why
Because
does
yeah,
it
I would
sound
first
crazy?
yeah, because in my mind I'm like you because the culture here says,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that people get married, people have kids. How did you get to be 30 years old?
And
Nobody
not
wanted
have.
yeah, nobody wanted you, right? So you can choose from local dudes, you can choose from foreigners. Local dudes don't want you, foreign dudes don't want you. How come?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to
Also,
me,
so that will be a
yeah,
question
my
mark.
antennas are up. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because you can choose. You have a choice because you don't even have kids,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, but local dudes don't even want you.
Mm-hmm. But what if she's just very traditional that
Could be,
she doesn't want to go into dating sites, and then she's thinking
could be.
that maybe, oh, whoever comes comes, but I'll wait for my time,
I
sweet
mean,
time.
it could be that, but what are the
Mm-hmm.
odds? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I don't. I mean, it, anything is possible. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying.
Yeah.
But what are the odds? I'm just. It would definitely. I would have some questions,
Mm-hmm.
and I wouldn't
Okay.
say why don't you have kids, but I would have some questions.
Mm-hmm.
Like you haven't been in relationships. You
Mm-hmm.
what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
I
So
would want to know.
is it like a yellow or red flag if that woman is in her 30s and then may have pets like cats and dogs?
No, because if she, why would that be a red flag?
Because
If she's in her 30s with
30s
cats
or
or dogs,
30 and 35, because a lot of times,
is
yeah,
she? Are you saying a single
a
woman?
single
Okay,
woman.
because that's important, right?
Okay. A
Okay.
single woman with cats, dogs, or pets in general. And of course, treat them like a baby. Put some
Why
diapers.
would? Of course, that would be a red. Or at
Mhm.
least,
A
in the
yellow.
very least, a yellow flag.
Hmm.
In the very least, yeah. I mean, but I mean, I would have some questions. I would
Hmm.
definitely have some questions.
Okay.
How especially think about this. You're dating a woman. She must be pretty at least. I mean,
Mhm.
she must be at least cute.
Mhm.
She's cute. She's single. She has no kids. She's never been married. Why is she single?
Mhm.
Right? She's good looking.
Mhm.
She can choose between local men and foreign men.
Mhm.
Why is she single?
Mhm.
That's all I'm saying.
Maybe
Yeah.
she's too
I
selective.
mean, could be, could
Mhm.
be, but
Hmm.
I mean, there might be some other reasons.
Yeah.
There might be, maybe she doesn't want them, but maybe they don't want her. I'm just saying, maybe there's a reason for it.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Okay.
All right. So let's get into the comments. So where we at? Sorry.
Right. Well,
Um.
I think we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back a little bit,
Yeah.
and just
Oh,
yeah, because I know because we can't get over this, man. I'm
yes.
serious.
Uh-huh.
But people are. the thing that makes me crazy is we hear about simps, but then when you go into these live streams, you
Mm.
see the simps
In the
live. You
live
see them. You see that what simps do, right?
and what they
Hey,
say.
baby. Hi, honey. I love you. Would you be mine? Can I take you out? I mean, these crazy. What did the things they were
Yesterday,
saying last night? We were,
babe,
yeah,
kiss me.
kiss me, baby. Yeah, what? Huh? What are you talking about, dude? Yeah.
And
Slick.
they
Yeah,
they don't even understand what the girls are
right.
talking about the
The
live
women are
stream.
talking in Tagalog. They're
Yeah,
speaking
and
Tagalog
Visaya.
and Visaya, and the
Mhm.
dudes don't even understand. They're just watching. They're just watching a conversation between two people, not understanding the conversation,
Mhm.
but just looking at the women. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, it's crazy. Slick Rick said, I see that all the time. And the sad part is that fools are dropping super chats, right?
Mhm.
Dropping crazy super chats.
At least get value for your money. God. We
Something.
won't be mad at
Yeah,
you.
something. I mean, goodness. You know, I mean, well, maybe I should just let me get off the show and you can take it. Yeah, start washing. I got some clothes over here.
Got some
Yeah,
draws
yeah,
over
I got
there.
some dirty drawers. You can start washing them and yeah, put some skimpy shorts on and a titty shirt. Anyway, it's crazy, man.
All
Um,
right, so
so Roger Parker said, just before this, I saw a Filipina baby and a guy sleeping, and a guy sleeping, giving money. It's just
mm,
it's insane. It is
mhm.
absolutely insane.
Again,
That's-
Slick Rick is on point on this one. Come
yeah.
out and join Richie and Cheng for meet and greet collab with Sunshine Shoulders at the Draft Restaurant and Brewery at the Power Plant Mall, Makati on September 27th from 4 p.m. to
It's
8
gonna go
p.m.
later than 8 p.m.
Mm-mm.
It's gonna go much later than 8 p.m. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be cracking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay, Raymond said, "Wow, I can't
okay.
believe you
Oh,
did it."
they do it.
No, he's referring to your recording.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Cliff said, "Did you play a chainsaw?" It sounded like a chainsaw. It sounded like somebody calling some pigs,
I know.
right? It's like somebody calling
Looks
some
can be
pigs. Yeah,
deceiving.
exactly, exactly, right? Hey, let her. Raymond said she should record me. Let her record me. I'm
I
gonna tell
already
you.
have a lot.
Yeah, tell me. I'll tell you. Sometimes I snore a little bit.
Mm.
I'm a hardworking man.
Mhm.
I expect that. But did you think she snored like that?
Of
I bet
course.
you. I bet you didn't think she snored like that, right? All right.
Now
Yeah.
the whole world knows.
Yeah. Slick Rick said, "Who's cutting down the trees?" Right. Exactly. Yeah. Right. Rhoda said, "I thought it was a boat
Boat passing.
passing by."
Oh, we're near. We're near
Right.
the Pasig River.
Right.
All
Yeah.
right. So you must have done sudden that put her to sleep like that. Oh, we were so tired
We
putting
was
a,
tired. We were really
we were
tired.
tired, like
Yeah.
really putting out a
Yeah.
video, the last video we did.
Yeah.
We made some changes. By the
Yeah.
way, we want to talk about the changes with the release time so that everybody can join us
Yeah,
on the
well, actually we probably should at the beginning of the show, right?
mm-hmm.
So we did make one change that we want to make you guys aware of. We are going to release our videos in the morning times in the US, right? The morning times in the US. So it'll probably be like between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. or actually 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or 8, so 8 and 9 actually, huh? So between 8 and 9 Eastern Standard Time in the mornings instead of in the evenings, because YouTube recommended and said that our viewership should be better, I guess. So we're going to give it a try. We're going to stick to it for at least a couple of weeks and see how it goes. But I think they're right, and I think we should get more viewers that way. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So just take note of that. Our videos are going to be popping in the morning from now on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah.
right.
So you can join us on the premiere. So
Right.
Jay is here.
What's up, Jay? What's going on, man?
All right, Jay. Thank you for joining us. Ray in the Philippines is also here. As long as people continue to support live stream content that is lazy and low effort with little to no viewer engagement, someone will continue to put it on YouTube.
And you know what, Ray? I think you're absolutely right. As long as there's Sims out there who will support people who are, I mean, that are there's no content. And look, if people want to watch that, they'll watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll notice those channels don't grow. They don't grow. They'll get monetized,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't make money and they don't grow because people want quality. They want to watch something where they're provided with some kind of quality content, something informative, something humorous, something whatever. But if you're not giving them quality content, people are not going to stay around.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah. Okay, so Jeff is also
Jeff
here.
Beckett, what's up, man?
So lol, if it's the same woman I saw, maybe they were giving money for the dog sleeping next to her.
It could have been. There's a couple of shows out there,
Mm-hmm.
Jeff. There's a couple of them that I've seen, and I know one show. I'm not going to mention the name, but
Mm-hmm.
they literally give money. They watch her sleep. They
Yeah.
watch her. They just watch her talk and speak in Tagalog. And dudes are. I mean, and then she is cute,
Mm-hmm.
and she is cute. But dudes are just giving, sending her money. It is insane, right?
Yeah. So Slick Rick is also reminding us to consider becoming a member of the Rich Rich Abroad membership community by clicking the join button in the about section of any
Click
video.
that join button. This week we will be adding some members only content, so stay tuned for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So okay. So let's.
Mike T is in the house. We
Hello,
missed Mike T,
Mike.
right? Um.
Clint P is also checking in.
Oh, what's up, Clint? Clint, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't see Clint in here.
Lower. Mm-hmm.
Sure is. Okay, cool deal. All right.
Uh-huh.
So
So let's go to the question or the
but
topic
hold,
that we're
hold
hold
on,
on.
because we're getting into our topic now.
Yeah.
So Roger
Mm-hmm.
Parker said, only get involved with single mothers if you can adopt the kids and they'll be yours. That's an interesting perspective. I
Mm-hmm.
know a lot of people. I've heard that before, and I'm not against that. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
against that at all. I mean, if you love the kids that much, some guys want to adopt them, especially cats. There's a lot of cats out there that don't have kids,
Mm-hmm.
that don't have their own kids, and I absolutely understand that. That
Mm-hmm.
makes total sense to me, right?
Mm-hmm. So Morris said, Richie, there are channels where they just video their lives without speaking, just music playing, and people send money. Ludicrous.
Absolutely crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It is absolutely crazy.
Mm-hmm. So Mr. said, hello, Mr. By the way.
What's up, Mister?
If her kids are grown, why should he play the father
I
role?
don't think you should. I don't
Mhm.
think you should. I mean, that's the father role is for little kids. We're talking
Mhm.
about, you know, kids that are preteens or even teenagers. You know,
Mhm.
they still need that father role,
Mhm.
and assuming that their father isn't around or available. But I mean, everybody's different. Everybody's situation is going to be different. I'm
Mhm.
mad at anybody no matter what they choose. Obviously, I chose a woman who has two kids, but I've vetted a lot, and and the situation is different. I chose a widow, not someone who just made some babies and left the father, nothing like that. But I did a lot of vetting before I decided I was going to get into it. So,
Mhm.
um,
All right. Thank you for choosing.
thanks for being chosen.
Mhm.
If that makes any sense. All right. All right.
So Slick Rick said, Morris, I've discovered a channel that all she does is silent lives, no talking from the host. People, including the host, all chat with on the silent live. I haven't seen that
Yeah,
silent live.
would that
Would
be
it be
cool? Yeah,
interesting? I
I
don't
just don't
know.
know how interesting that would be.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll take our first call of the day for this. Hold on just a second. Let's get this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, let's take this call.
One
And
moment.
hold
Give us
on.
one moment. Okay,
All right,
we're
go ahead,
ready.
shoot. Who's on the phone?
Hey, this Fleetwood. What's up,
What's
y'all?
up,
How y'all
Hello,
doing?
Fleetwood?
Fleet.
What you got on our topic, bro?
Hey, well, first of all, I'm in Manila. It's great to be back.
Hey.
But listen, my question is this. It's a kind of like an add-on to your question.
Mm-hmm.
When you deciding your role, is it important in the Philippines to know what role the original father plays before you can even get into a role? Because in the States, you're not going to step into a role where they got to act the father in a role. They're co-parenting or whatever.
You wouldn't do
Is
it.
that a thing here?
Yeah. I'll let Ching answer that because and let me tell you what, I'm going to defer to Ching because our situation is different because she's a widow, right? And so
I know, yeah.
yeah.
Right,
So
right.
I'll let you. Um, for me, I think I vetted to make sure that the kids was well behaved. The kids were well behaved.
Right, exactly.
That she was the kind of mom to her kids. No offense to you, but she was, a disciplinarian. She's not afraid to discipline. She's a good teacher, and the kids, and that me and the kids got along. So, so that was a big thing for me. I wanted to see all of those things before I jumped in.
Right,
And
because
even took that role.
you're not gonna date somebody with baby kids.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, so I think for a lot of cases here, most of the scenarios is that the woman is single with the children, but the father is out of the picture.
Yeah.
That's most cases here. So once you date a Filipino or date a woman with children, so I think you need to discuss that if you can, if you are willing to step into that role. But most of the time, if you are already in a long committed relationship, I think the Filipino will be expecting you to be in that role somehow.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right.
She's certainly going to expect you to step in financially, no matter what she tells you. I promise you, no matter what she says, oh, I have a job, I have my own money. I promise you, you cannot bring her food or bring her gifts, and her kid is sitting there, and you didn't bring food for the
Right.
kid, right? It's never
Right.
going to
Well,
work.
that's just that got to do with common etiquette. You know,
It does.
you
It
wouldn't
does.
you wouldn't do that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I just want to throw that question out there so people can kind of, just to tag on to what y'all saying. Think
Yeah.
about that, because we don't know, and we're coming in as an American
Yeah.
or foreigner with our take on child raising and
Yes.
participating. Because back home, they'll tell you, I don't need you to be my kid's father. They already
Right.
got a father.
Exactly. They already got a
So,
father. Yeah.
is that, I was just curious about that here. How does that work?
Mhm.
But
Right.
anyway, thanks guys for letting me call in.
Absolutely.
Great
We
to be back in
appreciate you calling
Manila.
in.
I will be out to the event unless something happens. I will be there.
Even if you can't make that, we hope you make it. But even if you can't, look us up. Holla at your boy, man. Let's meet up somewhere.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna do that. But yeah, but I was like, I ain't gonna be y'all right now. I'm gonna just come to the event, and then we can go on, because I plan on being here 6 months.
Oh snap!
Let's
Okay,
do it.
you're gonna be here for a minute. We ain't in a hurry.
Yeah. Exactly.
Uh-huh.
All right,
All
then,
right,
brother. We
guys.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye. All right. So adding to
That's a
what
good point.
he has a good
Yeah.
point, and adding to what he said, I think in the first place you wouldn't mess with a Filipina who has children and then the father is still around.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you don't want to get involved with someone where the
Too much
father,
drama.
yeah, too much. I think, and you have to also, not just with the children, you have to deal with the children and also with the father.
Mhm.
I think
Right.
that's too much.
You know what? I'm sorry. This is slightly off topic, but I had this epiphany this week. I really did this
Okay.
last week when we did the Chinese video,
Mhm.
right? Because the Chinese woman in the video, she put something out there that I hadn't thought about before,
Mhm.
and that is this: in the U.S., our women have they have choice, right? There a lot of women are pro-choice, and so they have the option when they get pregnant to carry the baby to term or to delete that that life or whatever they choose. But keep this in mind: how many women are still single moms, even though they actually have the option? Here in the Philippines, the women do not have that option. If you get pregnant, you are having that baby. Period. So my point is this: we people talk about single moms, but here in the Philippines, they don't have a choice. The young women don't have a choice. One would say that education should be even more prevalent
Yeah.
so that they could be educated and they
thinking.
would think beforehand. But think about this: the single moms in the U.S., they have a choice to be a single mom. So how dumb? Anyway, it just kind of brought to light one of the differences, one of the glaring differences between the Western society, especially in the U.S., and our society, where there's women with 3, 4, 5 kids, and they have the option, they have the pro-choice option
Mhm.
to make different choices.
Choices.
Where here the women don't have any choice at all, right?
Wow, good point.
Hmm.
Good epiphany. But I don't think it's off topic, hon, because
It kind of
we're
is. That's why I
yes.
said slightly off topic, right?
Okay.
All right. Naps is in the house. And
Hello, Nabs.
go ahead.
So dating a woman with kids depends on the age of the kids. If they are adults, then I have no issue. But the younger the kids are, the more difficult it can be.
No question. No question
Mhm.
about that. Right? All right. This is Washington State, so you know who
I
it
know
is.
who it is.
It's DG. DG, what you got on our
What
topic,
up,
bro?
Rich? I'll say this: you can't. If she's got kids, you can't want her and not the kids. It's a package deal. You got to take both.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. I
And
totally
as
agree.
far as what Jane was talking about, I mean, pets in the house, that's a no-no. I'm from California. They never let them. We had pets, but we ain't never let them in the house, man. Growing up.
Right. Now, I think that might be a black people thing, bro.
I think so. Well,
I think it is, bro.
I think they're black. My kids, they let their pets in the house.
For real? Yeah.
I was like, yeah, they want to bring them over to my house. I was like, we don't allow pets
we
in
ain't
the house.
doing all that. Yeah.
No, I don't even know why you brought them because they stand outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on that, I mean, but that's something you got to be talked about. I mean, like Mr. was saying, if the kids are grown, and I don't think that's an issue. Mm-hmm. But if they're small, I mean, hey, you got to talk about discipline. Who's gonna discipline?
Absolutely.
If I'm spending money, I'm gonna do some discipline. I mean, I ain't gonna tear their asses up or nothing.
Exactly.
But they will get disciplined.
There's got to be
respectfully.
There's got to be, and that's stuff. One of the things I think people will learn is that they don't discipline kids out here the way we think kids should be disciplined.
Very different.
People are very soft. People are very soft, and you see kids falling out on the floor and having tantrums, and the kids. I mean, seriously, and the parents don't do nothing.
That, I mean, hitting their parents and stuff. I wish one of my kids would have hit.
Yeah, I wish you would. Shoot, there'll be some furniture moving. I'm telling you.
Stuff a mud on your ass.
You ain't lying. You are not lying. But you have to ask those kind of questions and learn. Look, what's your expectation? True. Because I'm not going to have him disrespecting you, and he's certainly not going to disrespect me. So those are questions. Talk about those things. I agree.
Yeah. Thank you so much, DG.
Hey, yeah. I mean, if you don't want to do that, then the deal's off with me.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. You got. It has to be discussed. Mm-hmm. It has to be discussed.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
We appreciate you, DG.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to chime in about.
Okay.
Thank you.
We appreciate you, bro.
All
right. If you called in just now, call us. Give us a call back. We got a lot of calls on this. We try to choose topics that we know our people are going to be passionate about. People are going to care about, and people are going to have something to say about.
Mm-hmm.
So we figured a lot of people would want to call in.
Mm-hmm.
And Roger Walker had a good question here. He said, "Is the 68% have they been married?" Most of them are not married. All right, some married and some aren't, but they're single moms. They made a choice for whatever reason to do what they're doing.
Yep.
All right, let's take this call in a second. All right, Raymond's on the phone. Talk to us, Raymond. What you got on our topic?
Oh, this is Mo, honey.
Hello.
Hello, Mo.
Oh, that's Mo. What's going on?
I'm good, man. How are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing good, man. Always good to hear your voice.
Everything okay on your side?
Yeah. I just had to deal with a little emergency. It's always something that pops up.
You all right, brother?
That you gotta deal with.
You okay, brother?
Yeah. It's just something. Had to deal with an emergency at where I work.
Gotcha.
Somebody's the cesspit or the pit system backed up, so I had to actually go up there and help them move out,
right?
And suck up all the water, and
All right.
Gotcha. All right, what you got on our topic, man?
For me, if I'm getting involved with a woman and she has kids, that's part like you guys always say, it's part of the vetting process.
Yeah.
If they have children, you have to have that discussion about, okay, am I going to be a father to that kid?
Right.
Do you I can't remember you said in the comments, are you willing to let me adopt them? Because sometimes, okay, you could be in their lives, but might not want you to adopt them, and they might want you in their lives, but don't want you to discipline them. So those are very important discussions that you need to have, and also even with older kids, okay, the advice and how they should live their lives, and that's another discussion too, because if they're so used to doing certain things in their culture, but when they get older, that's not going to be accepted You know, it needs to be stamped out early.
Absolutely.
Like you saying, like they tantrums, like throwing on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, that type of stuff could get you in trouble.
Right.
If you're an adult, you want to act out.
Absolutely. If it was tolerated before, now you're coming in and regulating, right? Is that going to be okay?
Mhm.
Right? Is that going to be okay?
Yeah.
Is mom going to have a problem with that? Right? Because if I would not be able to be in a situation where kids are where there's no discipline. I would not be in that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my mom telling me when I was 5 years old, you want to act out in public and embarrass me? Well,
I'm gonna embarrass you.
Discipline you out in public and embarrass you.
Exactly. Exactly. Now it
Oh
could,
yeah.
yeah. I would not tolerate it if the woman wasn't someone who's willing to discipline her kids and in a way that I feel like they should be disciplined. I mean, her ideas and my ideas might be different, but we got to talk about that because if you expect me, I keep saying this, if you expect me to offer a lifetime commitment of provision and protection,
yeah,
it's worth a lot. It's worth a lot. So
yes.
yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
I totally agree.
Anything else on that, Morris?
Nope, nothing else, man.
All right,
glad I can catch the stream.
All right,
you,
man.
Mo.
You know what I always say, don't let it be the last
All right,
time, brother. Take care.
Okay. So I think a lot of women who say that they want someone who can provide and protect, but they eliminate the fact that once they start to discipline the children, they don't want their man to discipline the children. They only want the provision part.
Yeah, exactly. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
Hold on, all right, let's take this call.
Okay.
Hold on a sec. Okay, go ahead.
Hello.
It's Rich and Ching. Who's on the line?
Hey, it's Raymond.
What's going on,
Hey,
Raymond?
Hey, so I wouldn't mind taking care of a woman with kids,
Mm-hmm.
the right woman.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a condition. See, I'm not taking care of no 5 kids. That's not happening. But here's the thing that what I thought about too. How do you're getting involved with a woman with kids? So what about where's the father around? I mean, here's the thing, because I don't want the father, because you with the woman, and where's the father? Is the father still around? Because I wouldn't want no dude coming up, rolling up in here, causing no issues.
Right, especially if I'm disciplining them kids.
Hang up I would have. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of discipline, when I first arrived here, I'm not going to give the name of the hotel. When I first arrived here, at the hotel, to recuperate from the trip, at the restaurant, I was eating breakfast at the restaurant in the hotel. There was this little kid running around screaming his head off. Right. I mean, running around the resort, screaming, yeah! And their mother's just running right after him. He just running around screaming and yelling. I'm like, I'm looking around like, she must be a single mother because I don't see the dad.
Right.
But turns out they had a dad. But the mom started running around, the kid running around chasing him all through the restaurant, and he just screaming and yelling and causing a fuss.
Yeah.
And running around saying, leave me alone, stop running. I mean, good Lord.
Yeah, you'll see that here.
I couldn't believe it.
I believe it. You see that here. They just have a different idea of disciplining kids. They have a very different idea, and they let you see it in China too. Yeah, the kids.
My mom would have spanked my behind right there at the place.
Exactly.
I couldn't believe that. I'm like,
no, believe it.
Wow.
Believe it. That's why we're having this. That's exactly why we're having this conversation, because it happens, and so it needs to be discussed. Yeah. All right. Appreciate you calling in, bro.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Raymond.
you. All right. But I got a question. I got a question. Again, slightly off topic. How many kids are too many kids?
For me, I think.
No, what you talking about for you? What are you talking about? Yeah. For you fellas out there, how many kids are too many? I've met some women with 5 kids, with 3 kids, 4 kids. How many kids are too many kids.
Like, and too much for them.
Yeah, where you say no, that's too damn many kids. I'm not doing it. No matter how fine she is, how hot she is, blah blah blah. How many kids are just you say, you know what? Just on the kids alone, I'm not messing with her.
Done.
Yeah, I'm not messing with her. How many kids is too many kids? For me, I drew the line. I mean, I was like, you know how I was. I was like, two. You know, I'm calculating my savings. I'm look me plus Ching plus two more mother. Man, yeah, you better have a job. You better have a job. Shoot. But how many kids are too many for y'all? Right? I know that's not in the question thing, but I'm curious with the cats in the audience. How many kids are too many? And yeah, call in if you want to. Drop your comments. Yeah. How many kids are too many kids? Right. All right. We'll keep with the comments. Let's get caught up on those.
All right. So Raymond said, personally, I don't mind depending on the woman, but I don't mind, but I have a limit not taking care of 5
Yeah, I'm not doing 5 kids.
So it's a good point to raise.
But what if her kids are adults? What if like 3 of them are adult kids? What about that? If she's maybe she's 45 or 40 or young 40s and 2 of the kids are adult kids, you know, they're in college or whatever, would that make a difference?
I think it would. Still.
I don't know.
I know. Hold on.
5 babies and came through a cooter?
Yeah.
5 babies came through a cooter.
Yeah. Oh no, hold on. I mean it doesn't eliminate the fact that she has 5 children because number one, here in the Philippines, you have to understand, no matter how old your children are, you still keep coming back to your mom.
They still keep coming back to mom and dad. But okay, I'm gonna give you a different perspective. 5 children have come through her cooter. 5 children have come out of there.
What if she's cesarean? Yes.
I would hope so. I would hope so, because no matter how small you are, how tiny you are as a person, if you've had 5 human beings come through your your tunnels or canals, it's no longer small.
Honey, there's surgery nowadays. There's surgery.
Who can afford that surgery? If you got 5 kids, stop. Quit playing. Quit playing. Who can afford the surgery? How many people here can afford that surgery?
A little.
Let's be a little, a minuscule amount of people, right? That's all. Just a different perspective. Okay? All right. So Maura said, "Hit the like button."
Thank you, Mo.
Thanks, Mo. Appreciate you. And look, Chosen One said, "No kids. I'm selfish like that." Chosen One, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I understand.
Expensive.
Kids cost money. I mean, I'm telling you. Ching will tell you. I mean, it took a long time. I was like, man, I know what my savings is. I gotta work.
And I understand from jump that his preference. That's why, I just took my chance. I just took my chance because from jump we had this conversation during our first few days of dating. First few days of our dating. Days.
A few months.
No,
this went on for a while.
Hold on. Like in the first few days of us knowing each other, I already knew what his preferences are, that he's willing to be with a woman with no kids or 1 kid.
Yeah, I thought one kid. Yeah,
so
I thought 1 kid.
Man, that's why I thought he eliminated. So I already prepared that my feelings will get hurt because it took a lot. It took a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
congratulations, you made the team.
Yeah. I'm draft. Yeah. But anyway, you hear what I'm trying to say?
I got you. Let's take this call from Cliff.
Okay. Hello, Cliff.
Hold on. There you go, Cliff. You're on. What you got? What you got on our topic,
man? Yeah, you got me on this Richard. Going through flashbacks. I remember I was a beautiful girl, really down to earth, just loved her. Had 2 kids, and her 2 kids were on an absolute mission that she would never have anybody. If it wasn't their daddy, she wouldn't have anybody.
Right.
They would go. We would go to dinner, and they would time it perfectly until we got to dinner, and then they would start calling. I think they were like 13, 14. They would start calling. So finally, I stepped up. I said, "Give me the phone." I said, "Hi, your mom and I are out having dinner, and we'll be home shortly," and hung up the phone. They called their daddy and said some strange man picked up her mama's phone and wouldn't let them talk to her. It was just a whole mess.
A fiasco.
And yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And it really sometimes depends on the kids. And the other thing is if you're dating a woman with children, if you're a normal human being, you will kind of get attached to the children.
You're going to.
And then if the situation doesn't work out, then you never know what happens to them again after you invested your time and patience and trying to teach them right and wrong, and you don't know where they are in the world ever again.
Right.
So it's a lot of things going on, but there's so many children both in that country and this one that don't have daddies, and that's why you see all kind of crazy stuff on TV with people doing stuff because they don't have a positive male influence in their life.
Absolutely, I say it all the time.
Thank you. That's all I got.
Thanks, Cliff. We'll see you soon. All right, talk to you later. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Cliff.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. There's a lot of questions you got to ask. A lot of questions you got to ask yourself. Are you really willing to get into this with somebody who has X amount of kids? It might be one kid. It could be, in your case, two. Is this what you really want? Because the bottom line is you're going to have to sacrifice. That's the bottom line. And people, you don't want to think if you get into a relationship with somebody, you're going to have to sacrifice. There's no getting around it. Period. All right, we'll take this next call. Morris is calling back, jumping in this. Hold on, Morris. Hold on a second.
All right.
Say what you got to say, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead. You got the mic.
Oh, okay. Yes. On the kids situation, I'm gonna give you a true story.
Okay.
Right. I know of a gentleman, a friend. He has been involved with a woman that has 2 children. And this is local in Bermuda. She has 2 children, 1 boy, 1 girl. And upon the reason of discipline, because now father's not in the life, he wasn't local, so he went back to his home. So he took the father role. So, of course, if you're not used to discipline, you set discipline. So, in him giving discipline, the young girl had taken an attitude towards him because of the discipline, and end up saying something, reporting something that weren't true. And he ended up getting arrested for it.
Yeah. Things happen.
On that point, that is very, very dangerous. Whereas you're coming into a child's life. They're used to having mama doing certain things, getting away with certain things. Now you're bringing discipline and structure.
Yeah.
And you say, no, that's not happening anymore. Now you're disrupting the whole life because they're so used to getting things their way. And then all it takes is for them to say, okay, they've done something wrong to me, and your life is flipped upside down.
Right. Yeah, there could be a lot of resentment on the part of the kids when you come in and you're bringing structure and discipline. Kids, especially if they're not used to it, they might resent you for that. I mean, it can be a problem. It can be a big problem. I've heard of stories like that too, Morris. So I absolutely hear you. I absolutely hear you. Okay. All right. Thanks for adding again.
Thanks, Mo.
All right. Cool.
All right. So I think I just want to share what notable thing you said to me like last week, that when you're dating a Filipina or someone with children, you are not the father just because it's convenient. You're not their dad because it's convenient. I'm their dad regardless.
That's it. You're assuming that responsibility. And I forgot what the situation was.
It was my Zeke's birthday. So we were like, I'm about to,
Right. Yeah, it was about paying, right? It was about paying.
So I'm ready to pay.
Yeah, and I was like, no, I'm gonna take and I'm ready to pay. You're ready to pay. And I said, no, it's his birthday. You don't just get to be the father when it's convenient. You're the father always. When you step into that role, that's your role. That's your role. So even if it's going to cost, it's sacrifice.
Mhm.
That's what it comes down to, in my opinion. You're sacrificing.
Mhm.
You're sacrificing what could be. It would be easy. It would be simple. For a life that you know is going to be more difficult, but hopefully there's rewards along the way.
Yeah.
But you are sacrificing.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's take another call.
Okay.
We got a passionate audience today, huh? All right. It's Richie Rich and Ching. Who's on the line?
Hey, beautiful people. This is Ray. Ray Moore.
Hello.
What's going on, Ray? Good to have you on the show.
Yeah. I'm traveling down here in Ackland,
You
doing a
moved
little
to Rye,
blogger
huh?
meet and greet. But to your topic, as far as you know, being a man, you're a man. You make a choice. If there is a Filipina you're interested in with the children, like the whole discipline issue, if you are approaching her children with the attitude of you want what's best for them in life, not that they're making your life inconvenient, disciplining them because they're ruining your life,
right?
But actually interacting with those children like you care about them and their future, they're going to respect you. And that's how you will get discipline in a child's life, not by, chastising them for, ruining your supper,
right?
Kind of thing.
No,
Does that make sense?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
It not only makes sense, it's a great point. Appreciate you sharing that. Yeah.
Thank you, Ray.
Yeah. And I'll say this too. Something. Shout out to my father, because I always tell the story about my father, and I'll try to do it without tearing up. My father was so cool, because my father, I could count on one hand how many times I got ass whooping by my father, but I deserved every single one of them. And my father would sit me down. This is to your point, Ray. My father would sit me down, have a whole conversation with me. He'd bring in the belt, sit me down, and say, "Okay, what's going on?" And he'd have me, I'm sniveling and stuff, right? And this is what I think. He said, "Well, hey, look, that's not how we raised you. You know that's not acceptable." And he would say, I'm gonna have to tune you up. And he would take me, give me a good little ass whooping, not out of anger. It was never out of anger. He wasn't mad. He wasn't shouting and screaming. He'd give me a little ass whooping, and then he'd sit me down again afterward and tell me how much he loved me. And that never, anytime I think about my father, when I think about that, I always think about that. He would tell me, I don't want to do that. I don't, I'm doing this because I love you and I expect you to, I want you to turn out to be this kind of man. And I hate doing this. And I didn't understand it as a kid, but I sure as hell understand it now as a man and as a father. And that always resonates with me. So to your point, Ray, yeah, you're not disciplining just when they're annoying or just, you're teaching. Part of discipline is teaching lessons, teaching life lessons. It's also giving love, not just shouting or this or that, but it's giving love. And it's always, I always said, if the message they get isn't "I love you," then you're not doing the right thing. Then somehow you're not getting your message across if they don't get the message that I love you. Right. So thank you, Ray. I appreciate that point.
Yeah. Thank you
All right.
so much.
Jay, let's get through some of these comments.
So Jay said, "What I like to know is why are so many single moms without their baby daddies?"
Bad choices.
Makes me think it's no different with the Westerners' single mom's mindset. I think
it isn't any difference, except for the fact that they made a bad choice and they had to stand on it because they don't have choices after that. The difference is in Western society, they have choices. They can keep, they can delete, they have choices. Here, when you make that bad choice, you're made to stand on it. You don't have a choice anymore. So I think ultimately, Ray, Jay, I think bad choices. It still comes down to the same thing. They made bad choices.
Definitely.
Okay.
All right. So DG said, "No pets in my house. I'm allergic to animals that..."
I am too. I'm especially cats or long-haired dogs. Yeah, I am too. Right.
So
Ty Woods is in the house. What's up, Ty?
You want to read?
Ty said, "In general, I have experience with this. My wife had 3 daughters that were 3, 6, and 9 years old when we got married. Wow. I raised them like they're my own to this day. They're grown now and they call me dad, right? That's awesome. You got to really want to buy in. You have to, I mean, once you vet and once you decide this is the woman for me, and I love these kids or I like these kids or care about these kids, you really got to buy in because you're going to sacrifice. You are going to give up a lot for those kids. And in your mind, if you don't think it's worth it, you're going to you might end up resenting the kids or the woman, but ultimately it's your choice and you better vet carefully.
All right. So the black box said because they are desperate for some box.
Black box. I don't know because I got to be real with you, bro. I'm not desperate for box at all. That is the least of my concerns.
Maybe black box is referring to some live streams that are sleeping. Maybe
could be. I'm not sure. But I would say the dudes. There are dudes who are willing to date a woman, a single mom, and because they really love those kids. They really love the kids, and they meet the kids, and they form a connection with the kids, and they just, and that's it. And I respect that.
And I think let's just be real that it's easier to court or to approach a single mother because then they're more, we're more willing to form a connection because we want a partner.
Okay, I feel you. I feel you. I mean, I think I don't know if they're. I feel you. Yeah, I think maybe single moms are more open to the idea, but I think if you're not a single mom, I mean, if I'm spitting game, if I'm throwing some riz at you, she's still gonna respond. But maybe that's just how I feel. Anyway,
but you, okay. At least you understand what I'm trying to say. So Tywood said, I have no regrets. I love them so much. We speak almost on a daily basis. I love them. They are definitely my daughters. Not everyone will have the same situation as me, but it can work out.
It can, but you just have to vet that situation carefully and make sure it's a good situation for you.
Black box, what you got?
Black box, talk to us. What's up?
Don't tell me he broke his leg. Oh, hey, what's up, guys? What's up? I'm up here watching the Michigan game.
Don't tell us about the results. Don't say nothing about the game.
No, the game is still in the third quarter right now. Still being played. They're playing Oklahoma.
Hey! No. That's what I'm doing after this. So yeah, don't tell me. Don't say.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just said your team. I didn't say the score.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
What you just said was about me talking about desperate for box. That was the Sims. That kind of was
Got you.
So the Sims doing everything for box.
Yeah.
Now, as far as being a single mom, I dated a single mom in my military days, and there are positives and negatives to it, especially when you deal with women. Now, when you deal with a single mom who has children by different men, that's a bigger red flag. Someone who had children with one guy and they divorced, or one guy died. She's a widow, so that's a little different. It really depends on on that factor. And then here's another factor people forget is that when the man invests into the children, and they're not his, he can always lose that when she leaves and say, me and the kids are gone, and you have no power over seeing them again. That's what happened to me.
None.
When we broke up, after I got back, because one of the big problems, I was always obese for 6 months because I was always on maneuvers or somewhere else training, all that stuff. And so finally she had enough, and we broke up, and I couldn't see the kids anymore because they weren't mine. So that's the downside of dating somebody, big children, is that if you get invested in and you fall in love with them, I'm trying to find the words for it, but it's not written in stone because they're hers and then they're yours.
Right.
That's the give and take on it.
Yeah. It's definitely, there's definitely pros and cons. There's no question. And you're going to sacrifice.
Right. And as far as Derek was saying about the Filipinas acting more Western, I think, when you're poor and you got not much to do, you set yourself a little bit up more for chicanery and messing around versus Disney. You got a career and you got places to go and more activities. When you're stuck on the island, there's nothing to do, and you're poor. Usually that's when people do the nasty. There's nothing to do.
Right.
But when you've got more things to do, your children are active, they're in sports, they're in other things, and there's less likely do nasty out of boredom. I like that guy. Nothing else to do but that.
Absolutely.
So, I'm saying I may look at it from a different standpoint. That's where I look at it, because there's always, reasons for why people be doing it. Ain't always negative. So.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Even when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's definitely pros and cons to it. And we've said since our very first video, vet carefully. The situation I'm in might not be the situation for every man, for sure, but you got to. Everybody has to decide what works for them.
Yeah.
We appreciate you calling in, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, because ain't nobody gonna fit in my condo in IT Park when I get there. So
Right, exactly. It's only big enough for a couple people here. Right.
It'll be me and maybe one. That's it.
Exactly.
All right,
man. Take care. Bye. All right. Yeah. Exactly. So let's get through these comments so we can get to the next segment of our. So we can get to the couples connection. Let's get through the comments. I want to make sure everybody's feeling like they're heard. So, let's see. Ty, you had that important discussion about your role in their lives. You have to have that discussion. You got to have it, right? And then it worked out for him. He met somebody who was willing to let him step in and be that man.
Yeah.
And it worked out, right? Go ahead.
So Ty said, I'm slick, so nice speaking with you again, my brother. I'm doing okay. Hopefully you're doing well also. Okay.
Right.
So that's between them and Slick Rick. So Ray said, men that aren't simps are not going to be as loose with their money.
Boom.
So if you are making content that is not simp friendly and have actual content, your viewer support will be lower.
I think that's true. I think that's true. Because our channel, for instance, simps are not gonna want to be on this channel.
Yeah.
They're not gonna want to hear what I have to say, because I'm not gonna call them out, but I'm just gonna say I don't understand. I simply don't understand. Why would you give money to somebody? Don't let me. I'm beating a dead horse. Anyway,
all right,
I agree with you.
Yeah. Stink Shag is here. Thank you, Stink Shag. Even if it's 6 a.m. on the West Coast.
6 on the West Coast. Yeah, it'll be a little bit early. We'll work it out. But we know it's going to be in the morning on the West. It's going to be in the morning in the States. But we'll work out the time, and we'll try to make it work, especially for people on the West Coast in California, because Slick Rick is the moderator and he's in San Francisco. We got to make sure he's up.
Yeah.
Right? So we'll figure it out, right?
Yeah. So Raymond Smith said, I remember, Rich, I talked to you a few weeks ago and I just touched down in Cebu, Lapu-Lapu. As long as my Direct Express card works every month, everything falls in place. Feels great working with pesos.
Yeah.
So Mr. Said, one time I recorded my Expedite Joa snoring with her phone, and then I set it as a ringtone.
I should do that, bro. I should do that. I really should do that, right? Okay, let's get through these.
Hello, Alan is here also.
Oh, Alan retired in the Philippines.
Yeah.
What's going on, Alan?
Hello, Alan.
What's happening?
So,
let's see. Getting through some greetings.
Yes.
And,
so Stink Shag said that the simp culture is out of control. Unfortunately, it's mostly older men.
It's crazy. It is crazy. But Stink Shag, I'm telling you, bro, it's not just older dudes.
Yeah.
It's dudes in their 40s. I mean, young bucks. I guess 40s ain't young bucks, but I'm just saying
I think
younger
it's
than
still
us.
Young.
I mean, dudes that have no business out there simping, but they don't have the confidence. They don't have the confidence. So they think they can wave the money, and that's how they're going to get the woman. Right. Anyway.
So Mr. said, remember back in the 70s, a guy became a millionaire selling rocks as
They sure did.
I know. They sell
the hula hoop. Damn. A hula hoop, bruh.
Yeah.
Right.
The chosen one said, all the Filipinas I know have children. No way around it if you want to date them.
Most of them do. And like I said, the ones that, if I was single, the ones that I would want to mess with, if you're still single and you're in your mid-30s and you don't have kids and you've never been married, I got questions.
Mhm.
I really have questions, right? Because maybe you are picky.
Mhm.
Maybe it's you. Maybe you're just super picky, but maybe they don't want you.
Mhm.
And and if they don't want you, I'm gonna find out pretty quickly
Mhm.
because I'm gonna see the same thing they saw,
Mhm.
right? So yeah, you never know. Okay,
Mhm. So DG said you can't have her if you don't accept.
cannot. You absolutely cannot, right?
Mhm.
It's not gonna happen. Not gonna work out, right?
So Rhoda said, when the kids are grown up, it's more on giving advices and setting good example is the key.
Yeah, and that's a good question. That's a good
Point.
point again too, Rhoda. Is like, what do you? I mean, if she's got 3 kids,
Mhm.
what do you do if maybe the oldest kid is grown out of the house,
Mhm.
but you're still going to support that kid?
Yeah.
You're still going to help somehow, some way. You're going to support that kid. If you're the man, you're gonna be part of supporting that kid, even though he or she is grown out of the house.
Yeah, I remember our live stream last week. Like, the married daughter is
Mhm.
expecting
Yeah.
the foreign guy to
Right.
pay for the house
Right.
that they got.
Yeah, and that's my thing is
Uh-huh.
in this culture here, you're not just going to, just because she's grown and in college or past college or
Uh-huh.
whatever. People here are taking care of their kids forever,
Mhm.
giving their kids money forever.
Mhm.
So, and if you get in that relationship, you better vet carefully
Mhm.
because you're going to be expected to contribute to that.
I think there are pros and cons in having dating a woman with children that are older and dating a woman whose children is younger. Because
Mhm.
when they're younger, you can train, you can
Mhm.
discipline. They're not yet set in their ways. But if you date a Filipina that has older children, the older children has already a mindset on their own. Discipline is
Right.
already instilled by whoever instill the discipline,
Mhm.
and they're already set in their ways. Now if you're going to come in, it's hard for you. Like we have a saying,
Mhm.
you can
Go ahead.
teach an old dog new
Oh,
tricks.
you have a saying? Did you make that one up?
No.
Okay. Yeah,
I can run this
we have
whole
a
live
saying.
stream.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm done.
Go ahead. Yeah.
But you get what I'm trying
We
to
get.
say.
I get you.
Okay,
I get
that's
you.
what's
Yeah.
important. You get what I
We
said.
got. We definitely get you. Right.
Okay, so Stink Shag said, question: do people make money just from other people viewing?
Stink Shack. I think the whole thing is they're trying to monetize their channel. So you can on YouTube you can have a live stream up to 11 hours,
Mhm.
up to 11 hours, and if somebody's watching, somebody's watching. If they're not, then they're
They're not.
not. But you can have a live stream up to 11 hours, but it's about watch time hours. So as long as somebody's watching, you're making a little bit of money, and
Mhm.
you're getting watch time hours on it. The
Mhm.
more people that are watching, then the more watch time hours you get. To monetize your channel, you need 4,000 watch time hours, and so that's what people are doing, is trying to get their 4,000 watch time hours.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
So to each his own, but I keep saying the deal is if you don't provide quality content, people
They
are
won't
not.
stick
You're not
around.
going to make money. Even if you get the watch time hours, even if you get to your monetization of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours, people aren't going to keep watching your channel over
Mhm.
time.
Because they
Yeah.
understand that you're just doing this
Yeah,
and that.
and if you're sleeping, trust me when I tell you, if you're on there sleeping, there will be younger, cuter girls coming on sleeping, and that's seriously,
Yes.
that's the bottom line. There will
Mhm.
be younger, cuter girls who will come on and sleep, and the
There will
simps
be
will
more.
the simps will move over to them and give them their money.
Mhm.
So that's how it works. That's how it's always worked.
Yeah, they will be more visually appealing.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
right?
So Maurice said, Rhoda, that's a good point that
Mhm.
I agree with.
Yeah. Mhm.
Hmm. And Mr. said, do women automatically get custody of their kids in the Philippines like they do in the USA? I
Um,
think here in the Philippines, I read this law like a few years ago that when you are 7 years old and below, automatically the custody goes to the mom.
Mhm.
But now when the kid is already old enough to decide where the kid wants to go, to the mom or to the dad, that's the decision of the.
I just offer them some candy.
Mhm.
Say, I got all the candy you want, right?
Uh-huh.
Want to come live with dad? I
Yeah,
got all the candy you want.
but
Forget
here,
about mama.
mhm,
Forget
but
about your mama. I'm gonna give you candy.
but sometimes during those 7 years of the child staying with the parents, sometimes they brainwash the child.
Most of the time they brainwash the child. Most of the time.
Your dad
Yeah.
is so.
Yeah, he's a dirty, rotten bastard, and
Don't.
Yeah,
If ever dad,
absolutely.
they train the brain. Oh.
Absolutely. All right, let's get through the comments so we can get to our couples connection. I know people are chomping at the bit to get to it.
Yeah.
Jesse Moore's in the house. What's up, Jesse, out there in the Bay? Right?
Hello, Jesse. All right. So Roger said, "Can you really go to jail in the Philippines if the Philippine is still married?"
Absolutely. And that's why I'm adamant about telling people to stay away from dating.
Yes, don't
married
do
but
it.
separated
You
women.
can do better.
You can not only can you go to jail, but her ex can come back and kill you. They might be on the grift together to set you up. It's a bad situation. You should stay away from married but separated women. Just stay away from them, right?
They can erase you in this earth.
Yep, they can delete you and get away with it legally. They can legally delete you or hurt you or do some terrible things to you. Absolutely.
So Rhoda concurred with me that kids under 7 years old automatically will be in the custody of the mother.
Thanks for that, Rhoda. Appreciate
All right.
the feedback.
So Frank Ellis is here.
What's up, Frank?
What role? Very little. Those aren't your
kids, right, Frank? Hey, I'm not mad at. I think it just depends on each person. Each person has to decide how they feel about it, what role they want to play or they're willing to play, right? Luca's in the house.
Hello, Luca.
Good morning to you, Luca.
All right. So, is that it? Okay.
No,
so Stink Shag said, "I disagree. The choice for every woman starts before they lay down without protection. They all have a choice."
And we just had this conversation yesterday, right? We just had the conversation. Ching said yesterday, she said, "Well, I think I think go ahead. What was the conversation?"
Because we were talking about who controls
sex.
So I said that, I think that the male controls the sex. Why? Because if ever I'm laying down here, even if I open my legs, or
you don't have to demonstrate.
Sorry. Even if you open your legs, that if you don't want to stick it in, you're not gonna stick it in.
But all that's academic because number one, whether we want it or we don't want it, if the woman doesn't want it, it doesn't matter. Because if the woman says no, then it's no. And that's it. So she controls access to it. If let's say I don't want it, then it doesn't matter, right? It's academic, right? If I don't want it. But what if I do? What if I do? What if I'm just lusting after you and you say no? Then what? Then what?
Then no.
Then that's it. Then that's it. It's no, right? So you control ultimately you control whether you part the sea the sea or not, right? You control that.
But what if I want it and you don't? Okay. So Chosen One said, to me, this is a non-issue. Filipinas will have kids. It's just a matter of how many.
I think, in Filipino culture, it's a thing, right? Women want to have children. Most women want to have children, and there might be, a few that are the exception to the rule, but the culture is here that most women want to have children, and if they don't, it's not because it's probably not because they chose. They said, "Hey, I don't want to have children." It's because maybe they didn't necessarily have the choices some other people have.
All right. So before we move on to our next comment, let us shout out Christopher Michael for giving us a super sticker.
We appreciate that, Christopher Michael.
Let's click that so they can see. Yes, thank you so much, and also thank you, Cliff, for giving us a super sticker.
Thank you, Cliff. Much appreciated. Much apprecited. Right.
So much.
All right. Let's get back here and let's get.
It's highlight.
Really?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All
okay. Oh no. All right. So. Okay, we're here at Chosen One. So this is a non-issue.
Oh no. Okay, let's go.
All right. So so Filipinas will have kids. A lot of Filipinos will have kids if you're going to find someone who you wanna date. So next is, all right. So where are we? Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, there you go. So Chosen One, and then let's get through this. Let's see. Okay. And Black Box says, "That's true, Sting Shag, but they don't teach their kids about birth control or abstinence." And that is absolutely true. I still don't get it why people don't
Don't.
teach their kids these. I mean, I'm never going to understand it. I'm really never going to understand it. And you would think that looking around and seeing people dragging kids all around at a young age would be a great lesson learned. But to that, I mean, to that point, it's the same in the U.S. It's the same thing in the U.S. and the lower, kind of that lower status group of people. We have the same thing, and the young kids still end up pregnant, still end up young pregnancies or teen pregnancies. So they, for whatever reason, they just don't learn.
So, oh wow, we have plenty of comments.
I know, that's why I'm trying to get through them.
So Rhoda Live said, I'm hearing also that it's better to date Filipino with young kids because they don't have a voice. But if you date with grown-up kids, you need their yes also. So that's what I'm trying to say earlier, that when you date a woman with older kids, they already set in these ways, and kind of you need the approval of the older kids. But if you're but if they're younger, they don't have really a say to a lot of things, because
they still have a say, because if you don't get along with them, if you don't get along with them, or if they don't want you around, or if they don't like you, it's going to be it's going to be really tough. It's going to be super tough. So but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But I just think if you get in that situation, you better vet very carefully.
So Frank Ellis said, what did Cheng do when her boys acted up?
Great question, Frank. Great question.
Acting up in public, most especially.
No, it doesn't say in public. It says when her boys acted up. Period.
Great
question, Cheng.
So I pinched them.
Would you like to answer that?
Yeah, I would like to answer that. So at times when I do, because as I pinch them on the side, like here, secretly. Okay, especially I don't want to embarrass them when we're in public. Fortunately, they don't do tantrums in public, because if they do tantrums, I'll do tantrums in public.
And I wouldn't be sitting here.
Yeah, I'll do tantrums in public. But when we're together, they normally start with I normally start staring them down. But if they don't, you have to, like my mentor here said, you have to do it. Act immediately. You have to
handle that business.
Yeah, act immediately. But normally what I would do, stare them down, and if they don't act, I will pinch them to the side.
Yeah.
So I think I still believe in corporal punishment, because from time to time, if there's a need for a corporal punishment.
I think
when there are levels.
There's
levels where you need to do corporal punishment. But it depends on their age, because like Kuya is more on the doesn't involve spanking, I think, and it depends on the age of the children. Like they still need spanking from time to time.
Maybe from time to time. I don't think the boys have done anything. So I'm thinking of one thing, but that's so egregious that they would need to be corporally punished. I think there's other ways to handle it. I think we figured out some other ways to handle it. She's not a bad disciplinarian, but I would say it needs work.
Yeah.
I would say it still needs work.
I think what I do is face the wall and then a little pinching on the side.
I would say it still needs work. Yeah. But overall not bad. And if she was bad, I would not be sitting here. It's just that simple. So thanks for the question. It's a great question.
So Mr. When I was a kid and I attended up in public, my parents teased me 10,000 volts. Taste me.
That's a little severe.
I know.
That's a little severe, Mr. I'm just saying that might be a little bit much, but okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I know, when the boys are starting to do this way, when you see the boys starting doing this. So Ray in the Philippines said, yes, think, but people make mistakes when they are young. Not saying that a baby is a mistake, but you can't judge a young man or woman that aren't thinking with the foresight that comes with age.
And that's absolutely true. I mean, kids do stuff. Kids are curious. Kids do stuff. They don't think about the consequences.
Of their
kids
actions.
Everybody in here made some mistakes or did some dumb stuff when we were kids. Some of us do some dumb stuff as adults. So, I mean, but how do you deal with those situations when they arise? I think you have to know the situation, understand it, and levy deal with it with love, first of all. But whatever, if there's going to be punishment, make sure that the punishment fits whatever happened, and
Mm-hmm.
that the kid can learn from it and not do the same thing again. I think
Yeah.
that's important.
So Chosen One said, everybody worried about the kids. You better be worried about the whole family. You will have to take care of them too. You guys have no idea.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right. All right. And we see Aaron has jumped in on the couples connection. Aaron, we're going to start off with you and give us a couple minutes, Aaron, and we're going to hook up. And we got you sitting here. We appreciate your patience.
Thank
We'll
you
try
so
to get through
much.
some of these comments, right?
Yeah. All right. So Tywood said, "Hey Rich, how's it going? You guys are cracking me up. All I can tell you is my neighbors on both sides of my house knocked on my door one morning. They were really very nice."
Absolutely. People are super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Super cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
David 008 is in the
Hello,
house. What's up, David? Right?
And also Ty added, they informed me that they can hear me snoring most of the time. This is during the summer months when I have the windows open. But it was very embarrassing for me to tell baby girl, don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. I keep the windows closed here, Ty. Yeah, 'cause they might. Anyway.
They might kick me out.
Yeah, when she come over, I keep the windows closed, right?
So, but she is still very loved by everybody.
Right. That's what matters, right?
Okay.
Let's see. Derek DG said at 40 years and it never happened, right? Right. Jermaine Smith, what's up, Jermaine? What's happening, man? Long time no see. You can't protect what you don't control, unfortunately. I think that's there's a lot of truth to that, right?
So Stink Shack said, mistakes do happen, agreed. And there is no escaping that in the Philippines once the egg is fertilized. But that doesn't negate the fact that both men and women have
I agree.
choice.
Look, you don't let's call it what it really is. If you're a man, you don't have to put your junk inside of hers. You don't have to nut inside of her. I mean, you have choices. You can wear a condom. You can be abstinent. We both have choices. Ultimately, the access is controlled by her, though. And so if you understand that as a young man, that she controls the access and she controls a lot of what happens after that, then you should make decisions accordingly. Right? Okay.
All right.
Let's see.
So Fleetwood said, yeah, that's old school black thing. My son's dog lives in his house too.
Yeah, I think so. I think so, man. Right,
all right. So Frank Ellis said, I hear boys get away with blank.
They do, bruh. They do. I don't know what it is about but it's I see boys falling out and assing out in the stores or in public all the time, and the mothers just go, "Oh, stop it, Johnny! Don't do that. Behave now." And the boy is acting a fool. So I don't know what it is, but they I agree. I absolutely agree. All right. Let's see.
So Ray said the difference is that support to the extended family is a choice. There shouldn't be a discussion of financial support to a child still living in the home. That's a choice you make at the beginning.
Absolutely, I agree with that. Right. Okay.
So Tiger said, what worries me most about a single mom is where is the father and what kind of issues that
poses. You should worry about. I mean, that's a question that needs to be asked and answered
right away.
Right, that needs to be asked and answered. Where is Pops? What is he doing? What happened to y'all? What happened to y'all? Is he coming back? You know, where does he live? You know, shoot, I need to inquiring minds need to know.
Yeah. So Chosen One said, supporting the extended is not the choice. Your Filipina is not going to eat a steak every day while her parents are eating dried fish. So I think this is the our audience answer to the question, how many kids?
How many kids? Just Joe said two kids.
Jeff
Beckett said more than two. Okay. Mr. said one kid is too many. You know, before Ching, I was at the thing where I said, you know, I could do one kid. I could, you know, I calculated, you know, it's one and plus me and her and a kid. I could do that. But two, man, shoot, man, she's got a good job. And without her, I mean, I still could have done it without you having a good job. But it's a good thing that you are able to take care of yourself and take care of the boys on your own, and I can add to it.
I know that you can add to it, but my thinking when I started dating, I'm thinking that it is my responsibility as their mom to take care
It
of the
is.
education, the everything, you know. But
I agree.
But my partner, if he is willing to add to it, I will welcome it.
Right.
But I'm not going to oblige him to do so.
And that's what we talked about. And we agreed on that, and it's worked out pretty good so far, right?
So Rhoda said, 3. For me, 3 is enough according to my financial capability.
Right.
Right. So Paul Creed, hello,
What's
welcome,
up, Paul?
Paul. Good topic. I think if you are fully involved in her life, you should be fully involved in the children's life. This, however, should be done incrementally.
I agree. You know, you kind of ease it. Remember, it was Uncle Rich, Uncle Rich,
Rich.
Uncle Rich, Uncle Rich. I'm like, y'all, man. Yeah, you got to ease into it. Ease into it, right?
Yeah, because they get very excited.
They do.
Especially.
They do. Black Box said 2 is the max.
2 or
Jay said 1 is enough. And the age matters too. It does. It does. Christopher Michael said 2 are too many, right? I'm not mad at nobody. I understand. Right.
So 3 is a bridge too far.
I heard, bruh. I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have done it. Right. Alan said age is enough. Right. Alan, you aged yourself. You aged yourself. You don't know about
No.
Yeah, it was a TV show in the 80s.
Oh, really?
Yeah. TV show. Frank Ellis said 2 kids. Right. Roger Parker said 3. Okay. Morris said no more than 2. Chosen One said 1 kid is too many if you can't afford them. That's a good point. What can you afford? What can you reasonably afford?
And you were doing like calculating and all that. You're just being reasonable.
Right.
You know?
I mean, you have to.
Be. So Raymond Smith said, sometimes you can have 1 kid and can't stand that's cute. But you can meet a woman, a discipline, or kids, and it be all right, might be 2 or more.
Yeah, it depends on the situation. It really does, right?
Yeah. All right, so we're towards the end.
Okay. Slick Rick said no kids are too many. JK, it's actually 2.
Joke.
Okay.
It's actually
joke long. Okay. It's actually 2. Okay. All right.
All right. So Rhoda said, if I hear they have 4 at the back of my head, wow, how do they do that knowing only one husband is only working?
You know, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a different cat. I try to think of everything involved. And if I hear a woman, she's got 5 children. That means I'm in my mind. This is how my mind works. She pushed 5 children out of her cooter, and that thing can't possibly be small. Can't possibly. No, Carolina. No, it's too much. Yeah, it's been through too much trauma. The cooter's been through too much trauma, and no. She's got to move on. There's another dude waiting for her, but it's not me. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Roger Walker said 1 child, but what is the age of Ching's kids? 14 and 9 now. Wow, 14 and 9. Yeah. Okay. Clint P said 3 or more is too much. Okay. Okay. Cliff said her cooter. Yeah, that's the Montana side of me from living in Montana during college, right? Raymond Smith said maybe just 2 kids, be alone. Okay, all right. And Mr. Miss says she pushed 5 kids out of her cooter, put it. You crazy, man. You crazy. Put it. I always count on him to give me a good laugh.
Man. I know. Mr. You crazy.
That's my dude, man.
Okay.
Spoon said,
me personally, I don't have a problem with a woman who has
kid.
All my life, every woman I dated just about had between 1 to 4. So as long as they are disciplined and don't disrespect me, we're good.
Okay, so there's a different one, right? Okay. Jesse Moore said, I'm from a large family of 5. I wanted the same, but my ex-wife said no.
I think in the provinces they're more into big families. Right. Yeah, because there's not a lot of technology and entertainment, and that's their form of entertainment.
Right, that's like the countryside in the US too. Kind of, yeah.
Okay, so Sting Shag said 3 kids depending on age could be more depending on age of the kid.
It depends. It really does depend, right?
So Chosen One said, I don't know what is considered too many kids. I don't have any.
Right. Okay.
Ask Sting Shag. Okay.
Right.
So Jeff said adult kids, if they are self-sufficient, may make a difference. Also, are they all from the same daddy?
That matters to me. That definitely matters to me. And the self-sufficient part here, I'm gonna put you up on game, Jeff. Out here, they're never gonna be self-sufficient, completely self-sufficient. they're always going to come back to mom and dad for this, that, and the other. That's what do you agree with that, or?
I agree. I think I agree, because in my age, even if I have my own place, I still come back to see mom, and
but
I support my
but you support them.
I support them.
Yeah, but it's not
them asking me for support.
Yeah, it's not them asking you for support. I'm just and the same daddy thing, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Right? I need to know.
So Slick Rick said, I know, Cliff, it's been a while since I've heard the word cooter. So Ray in the Philippines said, Filipinos are resilient and so are the cooter cats.
Maybe maybe there's the shrinkage factor. Maybe
well, I'm telling you, I've seen.
You've seen?
No. I've seen some advertisements on some social media that they have this surgery nowadays.
Yeah, but who's? I'm not disagreeing with that, but who's getting the surgery?
Yeah, of course, the one who
who's
can afford it.
Surgery, yeah.
The one who can afford it. Paul Creed said, adult children who are still dependent are a red flag.
But I think you're going to get that here, though. I think I don't disagree with you, Paul, but I think you're going to get a lot of that here, where they're always coming. Yep, they're still living with mom and dad. Yeah.
Okay, so Jesse Moore said, the closer in age the kids are, the closer they will be. And then Stink Shag said, currently, me personally, as Richie and Cheng know, no kids for me. I'm at the stage where I value my woman's undivided attention.
And you know what, Stink Shag, that was a big thing for me too. It's like, because I kind of felt the same way. I was like, I just want me and my girl have our time together. And what I did get was two really cool boys. And Ching, I'll shout out to you because you do a really good job of balancing the time. And then us all having time together, and I'm really cool with that. And if you didn't, I don't think it would work. But I really appreciate that you balance the time and you make sure that you spend adequate time with the boys and enough time with me. But I'm kind of easy. I don't need too much time.
It's just me. I just need more time with you.
Yeah.
But
Frank Ellis said, "How old are the kids?" At 14 and 9. Okay.
So Morris said, Rhoda, having 2 kids from different men, let alone 4, that is a major red flag.
Huge major red flag, right? Huge, right? All right. Okay, I'm not even going to read that black box, right?
So Mr. said it's fatherless behavior.
Absolutely.
So Stink Shag said the last caller just stated why I will never date a woman with kids.
Exactly, right? All the reasons.
So Paul Creed said, agree with Morris. How many baby daddies are too many? More than 1 is too many for me. Baby daddy?
It depends on the situation. I'll say this, more than 2 is too many. Because here's why I would say that. Let's look. I mean, I was married way back when, but we have a child, and then my ex, she remarried, and they have a child. So essentially, she has 2 baby daddies. But I mean, but she's been married for I don't know how many years now, and all that stuff. So I think the situation.
Yeah.
But I hear what you're saying. Multiple baby daddies in situations would not be cool with me at all.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So Earl said, "What's
up, Earl? What's going on?
Just joined.
Good to have you here."
Oh damn!
Okay.
They know me.
Oh yeah, they're gonna know. They're gonna know about you because you kind of put me on blast that one time talking about me snoring. Yeah. And I wanted to set the record straight. So now we know. Now we know who's doing the snoring. Okay. All right. I think we got it out.
Hello,
Rabbit. What's going on? Okay. Okay. Let's get through these. We're almost done.
Okay. So Jermaine said, "I think it would be easier to accept a woman with kids if you have already raised kids."
Okay, let's get to the couples connection.
Yeah, we'll continue.
Yeah, we'll continue the conversation. We'll get to the couples connection, but before we do, let's shout out Chosen One with 500 pesos super sticker.
Thank you so much.
We absolutely appreciate that. And so thank you for that. And okay, let's go ahead and get to our couples connection. Yes. We do have Aaron on the phone. Are you ready to do an interview?
Yeah.
You got it? You got this? You said you could run the whole show by yourself. You got it? I think you could.
I could, but I wouldn't want to be a solo. I want
You can do it by yourself. No, you'll be good. You've improved leaps and bounds. You ready?
Yeah, just stay with me, honey.
Okay, I got you. I ain't gonna leave you. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's add Aaron Gillespie to the line. Aaron, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, let's do this. Let's make this. Oh, okay. We'll bring this bigger. Okay.
Thank you.
You need anything else?
I got everything I
Okay,
need.
I'm Ching's assistant now. Okay.
Hello, Aaron. Nice to meet you.
Oh, thank you for having me on. Great to always watch your channel, and I love what y'all do.
Okay, so are you ready?
I guess so.
Okay, so if you feel that the question is too personal to answer, just say pass. And then
Okay.
we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah.
All right. So for our audience here, so would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Aaron. I'm here in South Carolina in the Florence area. Um, I'm just a regular guy that just retired and looking for a change in life.
Okay.
Something different. I've always wanted to come to Southeast Asia, even as a young teenager. So, hey, retired, why not check it out?
Okay. So what have you heard from Southeast Asia that you find so interesting that you want to come here? At least one.
Um, wow, it's as a kid watching, kung fu movies, I was always fascinated with the Asian women. And just the culture, growing up, going to Asian restaurants and stuff. So I always had a interest in it, and I like people and getting to know different people and different cultures because, living in the States, I know everything about the US, but I want to know more about the world and, getting to know other people because getting to know other people is very interesting and helps broaden your mind that, just one place is not the only way people live.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So how young are you, Jermaine?
How young am I?
Aaron.
Well, I got a birthday coming up. I'm 53, so I'll be 54 later on this year.
Okay. Advance happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
All right. So, aside, you mentioned you are retired now. So, do you do any part-time job, or what are other source of income that you are currently doing?
Um, right now, I'm just enjoying after working 33 years. I'm just enjoying trying to catch up on some rest. Uh,
Okay.
but I've kind of have a couple of things I'd like to do. I've signed up for teaching English abroad, taking
Uh-huh.
some classes in that, playing
Mm-hmm.
around with a little drop shipment,
Okay.
and trying to do some things like that.
All right. So, before you retired, what were you doing?
I did 33 years as an electrician at a hydropower plant in
All right.
several places around the U.S.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, have you ever been married, Aaron?
Oh, yes, several times.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I I've always liked the idea of being married. Even growing up in church, I would pay attention to, the role of a husband, the
Mm-hmm.
role of a wife, and I had a good example with my parents. My parents have been married 69 years, so seeing that example, seeing them and how they interact and how they work out things through life. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be like them. I wanted to have, a
Okay.
happy family and, try to be a good husband.
All right. So, do you have kids? If
No,
yes, how old? You
I have
don't
no
have.
children.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, so currently, just for our audience here, you're single, okay?
Yes,
Because
yes.
we just want to make sure. Sorry. You're looking at me. Ah, okay. You
Ask
know
a
what?
question.
Yeah.
Don't make a
Okay.
statement.
Don't make a mistake.
Yeah, there you
Okay,
go.
my bad. All right. So, what kind of woman are you looking for?
Oh, the woman I'm looking for is a team player, a partner, somebody that we can work together. teamwork.
Okay.
That's what I saw growing up, and that's
Mm-hmm.
what I desire for someone, that we can work together. Either we support each other in whatever things we may be interested in, to support each other and to be there for each other.
Oh,
Anything in life, if she wants to do a business or whatever, that I'm to support her. If I do something, she support me, and just enjoy life together.
okay. So you're not looking for someone who's submissive, just a team player.
I want somebody that respects the Bible's outline for a wife and a woman.
Okay. So you're kind of leaning towards uh, a religious person.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So what are your deal breakers, Aaron?
Deal breakers: a person that sees me only as an ATM.
Okay, that's one.
Um, um, Someone that doesn't have respect for the headship arrangement. For
For the head?
me, for the headship arrangement, as the
Okay.
Bible say. I'm the type of person that I want to, if a decision comes up in life, I want her input in it and get her viewpoint to make the right decision for the family. So
Uh-huh.
if she's not that type of person, then that's
That's
not
a
a
deal
person
breaker.
for me. Yeah.
Okay. So does she need to look a certain way, Aaron?
I would say to be attractive, and that's kind of
Mm-hmm.
subjective to every person.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I'm looking for somebody that is beautiful of heart,
Okay.
because a person that has a beautiful heart,
Mm-hmm.
um, no matter what happens on the outside, they will always be beautiful.
Okay.
So, someone that is truly, genuinely a kind person, to me, is beautiful and attractive to me.
All right. So you're more into the character. Now, do you have
Yeah.
plans on coming here to the Philippines, Aaron?
Yes, I do. My plans is hopefully to do the SRRV.
Hmm.
Hopefully move there next year.
Okay.
Uh, if everything goes as planned, then hopefully maybe the end of this month, most of October, to come
Hmm.
and kind of look around. But it kind of depends right now. My father's in the hospital, so that kind of
Sorry.
depends on how that kind of works out. But uh, hopefully October, I'll be there exploring.
Okay, so ladies, he's coming out here soon. So speaking of the ladies, we have a lot of women watching our channel right now. So would you mind standing up for us, for our audience to see, and give us a little spin?
A spin? I don't know if we got enough room here.
But let's just see. Mm-hmm.
I'm probably
All
off camera. Yeah.
right. Okay, thank you so much. Just a little spin, just a slow
A
spin.
spin? Oh,
Just
wow.
turn around. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Uh-huh. Thank you so much, Aaron. So all right, let's get you settled in real quick.
Mhm.
Okay, so when was your last relationship?
Oh, earlier this year, I guess I'd say the woman I was seeing, we've mutually agreed that to part ways.
Okay.
She went back and stayed with her daughter and stuff. So I'm here, and you know, looking, like I said, having different ideas in different directions in life, then I'm looking for something a little different.
All right. So are you not having intimacy until marriage or until relationship?
Um, that's kind of a hard question in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Being older is kind of, you play it by ear.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to the two people. Definitely, if I feel that the relationship, if that's what the woman desires, is to wait to marriage, then um, it I can do that. I've done it,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not impossible.
Okay.
It's just kind of let it happen naturally.
All right. So, what are the three things or the three flaws that you need to work on?
Oh boy, only three. Um, I would say probably um, I'm an introvert thinker, so it
Mm-hmm.
takes me a little while. I analyze and think through things, so maybe speeding that up a little bit. Um, oh, maybe too generous sometimes, but I like to help people out. Um, and boy, a third thing, um, you know, well, definitely now trying to lose weight and cut back and be healthier. So those are the
Okay.
things that need to work on.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, to wrap up this session with you,
Mhm.
so why would a woman be lucky to have you, Aaron?
Oh, um, I think she would find me a very supportive, loving, and affectionate person. Someone that will have her back, encourage her in her, career goals and stuff, and just someone that will be there and somebody that's serious about the relationship and marriage and uh, happiness and a positive person.
Mhm. Positive person. You don't want to be with a negative man. Mhm.
No,
Nah.
no.
Thank you so much, Aaron. Now, before I let you go, now how can the women contact you? Can you please put your email on the chat over here so that those who are interested in you can contact you through your email? Okay,
Okay.
would that be possible?
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you so much. You want to add something here?
No, I think you did it. I think you did a splendid job.
Come here, close
I
to
just
me.
know. Well, you said you can run it, and you can run it. You proved and you showed that you did a good job, right? So I think that was a good interview.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it. And I want to say something to you.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to you because I know it takes a lot of courage to come out,
Yes.
to come on live and put yourself out there. And it's easier than I think people think it is. But shout out to you for doing that because it does take some courage.
Yes.
So thank you for being on our show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank y'all for doing shows like this.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And yeah, don't forget that women cannot get in touch with you if you don't put in your email.
So make sure you put your contact info in your
Yes.
so women can get in touch with you if she wants to. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank
Aaron.
you.
Take care
All
now.
right.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Now, for all the women over here, now Aaron will be dropping his comment or his email address here. So if you're interested, then just send an email to Aaron and just type in maybe couples connection.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So our next contestant, I know he's in here somewhere. Cliff, you have the link already. So go ahead and jump on the mic and get your camera cracking.
Mm-hmm.
And Ching is waiting for you.
Yeah, but while waiting for Cliff, let's go back to the
Let's get to our comments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So.
All right.
Where we at?
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Okay,
Okay,
there
here
we
we
are.
go.
Mm-hmm.
And Rabbit. So we got Rabbit's comment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Rabbit said, if she has kids and you like her, you also have to like everything about her, including the kids, if any.
I don't know if I have to like everything about her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I don't think she's gonna like everything about me.
Mm-hmm.
But it needs to be the 80-20. There's gotta be some 80. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I don't know that I have to like everybody
Yeah,
about
of
her
course.
or her kids.
Mm-hmm.
But I sure as hell better like the kids, and I
Yes.
sure as hell better like her if I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna accept that responsibility.
That's for starters. You have to get along at least.
Absolutely. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So Alan said, how many YouTube vloggers will be at the meet and greet?
Alan, so far we set it up for close to 50. It could be. I think it'll be a little bit more than 50. I think it'll be a little bit more than 50, but we'll see. But
The vloggers,
yeah,
I'm not.
at this vloggers. Vloggers, great question. I don't know. I don't know. That's the honest truth. I know that there are two different vloggers that are coming, at least two vloggers that are coming on our end, but I'm sure that Sunshine Shoulders has some other people that are coming. We'll collaborate in the coming week or so, and check what our RSVP is. By the way, if you guys if you're planning to come, definitely RSVP, so we can count the heads and know what we got going on, and I think that'll really help us a lot too.
So we know how many are we expecting.
For sure.
Right? So Rabbit said it will be a tough call if you want to act the father to her kids if they have that already.
Yeah, I think if they don't have, I mean both ways actually. If they have a father already, I mean it is tough to come in and like, what are you going to do? What are you going to? I mean, how do you discipline a kid? And they have their own father, right? You might have to deal with their father. Like he might not like how you discipline the kids. So it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. So it's a lot to pick up for sure, right? All right. Let's read one more comment, and then I think we got Cliff on, and then we'll get into your second interview with Cliff. All right?
Yes. All right.
Okay. DG said, "My dad would say to us boys, what's the deal?" Right? Exactly. What's the deal?
Come on,
right?
spit it out.
Right.
I just.
Cliff said, "I just got tuned up." Right. And look, my pops every now and then, but I'm telling you, I deserved every one of them. Every one of them. Right. I'm guessing. All right. Let's get into your second interview. Okay. And then we'll get into your interview, and then we'll close it out with the comments and anything anybody else has to say.
All right.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Let's add Cliff. We'll bring Cliff to the stage, and let's do this and this.
Yes.
And Cliff is on the stage now. All right.
Hello, Cliff.
Shane, do your thing.
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Hi. So before anything else, I will allow you to introduce yourself for our audience over here.
But first, I just want to say one quick thing. You guys said we're going to send you the questions in advance.
Did you not?
I didn't send the questions.
I'm not sure.
So I thought I sent you the questions. I'm so sorry.
No, I just want everybody to know I'm just doing cold answers here. So if you see me squirming, that's why. My name is Cliff.
It'll be the same questions as the last one.
My name is Cliff. I'm from Los Angeles, California, born and raised here in Los Angeles. I'm the ripe age of 65 years old. I'll be 66 in December. I'm still working. And I love what I do, and I enjoy my job. And I'm actually at work now. Because I work at a place where I can use the rooms and stuff. So I'm in this private room that's kind of soundproof. I became aware of Filipinas by a young lady that works here who is probably watching. Hello there.
Hello.
And I noticed, we are what we're able to be around. That's why with children, if they're around aviation, then they go, it's something that I could probably do. Well, I never had an opportunity to be around Asian females. And we became good friends, and I said, I wonder if I can find somebody that has the characteristics that she does. And then I found out that it's not just a one-up thing. They're, from what I've found out, very loyal, very nurturing, very caring. And so I said, hey, maybe this is something I would be interested in. In terms of children, I have one daughter, and I've never been married. So I think I covered a little bit already.
Yeah, you covered a lot of my questions already. So would you mind sharing your background or what kind of work do you do? You said you're still working, so just give us an idea of what kind of work you do.
Well, I've pretty much been protecting people since I was 18 years old. When I was 18, I got off into security, and I've worked my way progressionally up the ladder. I started working at grocery stores. Then I started doing security at parks, making sure little kids in a gang-infested area was able to play in the park without gangbangers coming through. That got me shot at a couple times, but I persevered. I left there and got involved in the Bel Air Patrol, which is the private security for the rich and famous in Bel Air, California. I worked my way up from a regular officer all the way up to the person in charge of everything.
Okay. So
Then
you're
I
more
left.
on security.
Then I left there, went to Beverly Hills, worked
Okay.
for a jeweler's there, and then I was spotted there and was asked if I would come work here, and I'm now become the director of security here. So that's what I've been doing all my life, making sure that people are safe and comfortable.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now, you mentioned earlier that you have interest now in dating Asian females, no? Particularly you want to date Filipinas. Now, adding to that, what kind of woman are you looking for, Cliff?
One that's conscious and breathing.
One
No,
kind.
I'm just kidding. I'm interested in a woman that's willing to share time with me. One of the things that interests me about Filipinos and
Mm-hmm.
Philippines in general is
Mm-hmm.
obviously I love music. This is the dream job to work at a recording studio. So I
Mm-hmm.
love music, and Filipinos love to sing. I like to sing. I'm looking for someone that I can share secrets with and share my inner thoughts with. I'm looking for someone that wants to be hugged, wants to
Mm-hmm.
be cuddled, wants
Mm-hmm.
to be nurtured, wants to be protected,
Okay.
uh, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm not special, and there was a song out by Marilyn McCool and Billy Davis Jr. It was called "You Don't Have to Be a Star to be in my show." So you don't have to be a perfect 10 to be in my show, but I
Mm-hmm.
do like the petite girls.
All right. Mm-hmm. You like the petite girl. So, what are your
Yeah.
deal breakers?
Oh, well, just like the other gentleman said, if I wanted to be an ATM, I could stay here in Los Angeles because there's plenty,
Okay.
plenty of girls like, can I have the
Mhm.
can I have, can I this, can I this, can you do this, can you that?
So you don't
Um,
want
I, I'm
ATM, but
looking
you.
I'm looking for a partnership.
Mm-hmm.
You two are a perfect example. You guys meet each other halfway on things. I'm not looking to be a sponsor.
Okay. Not a sponsor, not an ATM. What else? Anything more?
That's and that's it. She can snore. It's okay.
Okay. Does she need to look a certain way aside from being petite?
No,
Tattoos. It's okay. It's okay having
it's okay.
tattoos. Okay. So,
As long as they're not on her face.
all right. Gotcha. So, do you have plans on coming here to the Philippines?
Oh, I certainly do. I certainly plan on. Let me tell you this. I don't have any girl that I'm associated with there, but I need a vacation. I worked the last 30 days straight, and
Mm-hmm.
in 30 days, I think I was off one day, and
Okay.
so I need a vacation. So I'm coming there to see you two.
To
Let's say hi
relax.
to you guys, and then go see the beach
I'll
and
take that.
just walk around and be a tourist. But it would be nice to have somebody else to come visit. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Come on, come
That's what I'm
on. We
talking
wait.
about. I'm talking
I'm
about.
waiting. I'm waiting for you.
Yeah. So, uh, this is the part where I would request you to stand up and please give our audience.
Bam!
Yeah, bam, that was quick.
Let's
Okay,
do it.
thank you so
Let's do
much.
it.
Just give us a little spin. Oh, that's like you. Okay, thank you. I think that will do. All right, so let's get you
Eat,
settled in.
eat,
So,
eat your heart out, Morris.
So, when was your last relationship, Cliff?
My last relationship. Okay, let's put it this way. I've got plenty of friends without benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just don't go around being intimate
Mm-hmm.
for the sake of being intimate. I kind of would like to have feelings there. So the
Mm-hmm.
last time I really was involved with somebody on that level was about 10 years ago. There was a person that I really liked, that I was really into. It didn't work out. And she told me, she said, well, you know what? You need to go get a hobby. So I did. I went out, and here in America, they have classes where you can get a federal license to fly drones. I did that. I became an amateur radio operator, which is ham radio, and I actually was able to talk to the
Uh-huh.
Philippines through
Okay.
amateur radio, and I focused on my work. But I plan on hanging it up in a year or so, and I'm looking for a place to go. And just like that video of you two walking in the sunset along the beach, that's what I'm talking about right there.
All right. So, what are the 3 flaws that you need to work on?
3 flaws: being too damn nice.
Mm-hmm.
just being nice. I've learned to, because of work here recently, um, to start trusting people. The other person, the other thing is, I need to learn how to turn this off. When I say this, I mean my work, because
Okay.
I will go out with people, and I will always automatically, without thinking, position myself where I can see the door.
Okay.
I'm always thinking, okay, if somebody comes in with a gun and doing this and all this other, I just need to be able to turn myself off and just relax. So
Mm-hmm.
that's
And
something I
another,
need to work on.
no, anything else that you need to work on?
Uh, not that I'm aware of. You know, it's a little bit going on here that
Okay.
I could. I should
Okay.
probably I should probably eat mango and some lettuce.
Okay. So, why, to wrap up our session, Cliff?
Yeah.
Why would a woman be lucky to have you?
Well, if she wants someone that's going to be absolutely 100% loyal to her,
Mm-hmm.
um, who absolutely will be blessed by her presence,
Mm-hmm.
who will get up at 4 o'clock in the morning just to make sure she's happy. If she wants someone that she can talk to and tell her innermost secrets, if she wants someone that's gonna squeeze, hug, and sing romantic songs too, I'm right here.
Okay. There you go. Thank you so much, Cliff. And so that the women can contact you, please drop your email so they can respond to your
I will
um
certainly do that. If if I may add one more thing.
mm-hmm.
Hey,
Go ahead.
to all the fellas out there, this didn't hurt at all. So just go ahead and send an email, contact Rich, and get yourself on here, man. uh, you know, um, who knows what you might find, and it's actually kind of fun. So that's
Uh-huh.
would be the only thing I would say.
Appreciate that.
Thank you so
Uh-huh.
much, Cliff.
Appreciate that promo. You never know, and it's so good to put yourself out there. Not only for the women, but it also gives the audience a chance to put a name with a face.
Yes.
And so overall, it's a good deal. We really appreciate having you on here,
Mm-hmm.
Cliff, and we appreciate your support to our channel.
Thank you so much, Cliff. Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's it.
Thanks a lot, brother. We'll
What was
see you
it?
soon.
What was it? Deuces.
All right. Take care now.
Thank
Catch you
you.
later.
All right. So there you have it. We
pretty
got
easy, right?
Aaron and we
Mhm.
got Cliff. Now for the women who are interested, please reach out through them through their email, and they're going to write them down here on our comments.
Okay. Yeah, you guys
Mhm.
make sure you put your emails and your contact info in there
Yes.
so people can
Mhm.
contact you, whether it's Instagram or email or whatever. Don't put your phone number.
Yes.
Don't put your phone number. If you guys do want to contact us and get on a Couples Connection, send me an email and put your phone number in the email so I can contact you easily. Get you on the show, okay? All right.
All right. So let's get back to the
Let's
comments.
get back into the comments. I think we might have maybe 25 more minutes left in our live stream.
You didn't hear the growling?
No, but I fed you before.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Man. Yeah, okay. I thought she was gonna give me the I thought she was gonna give me the
no, you're not. Later.
Okay.
Let's read this.
All right.
Okay. So I used to get whoopings. Times have changed. That is child abuse, punishable by jail time. I advocate for the children. But that makes children a little weak now.
Well, I mean, it does. It makes kids weak. And you can see the difference between how kids act now and how they acted before. Out here, it's not child abuse. It ain't child abuse out here, bro. And
especially if it's the mom.
And you know what? In the courts, and as a legal advocate of 24 years, I'll say in the courts, it is thought of as child abuse. However, I still don't care. I still don't care. If in my mind, if I have kids, my job is to bring them up in the best way that makes them a productive member of society. And if I think it's an ass whooping, then that's what it's going to be. And I'll take the consequences of the court rather than my son ending up in court because I didn't raise him right. That's what
Train a child the way he should go, and when he grows old, he will not depart from it. You ready to get some ass whooping? Huh? 5 across your lip.
Anyway, you better be careful. talking crazy, right?
So, Earl said, "Chicks building houses off the Sims." Yeah.
Off the Sims.
Off the Sims. Yes, they're giving money because even if they're sleeping, they're just giving them money. So Raymond said, "My cutoff would be 2, depending on the woman, kids, and long vetting process, and what happened to the father."
Yeah, you got to know. It is worth finding out what happened to the father. It's important. All right, let's get Morris. Right. Morris got another call. Yes. Let's get Morris's comments.
Okay.
Hold on a quick second. All right, go ahead, brother.
On the point we were saying about the abuse and giving a spanking. I remember my son. He was 14, and he got in trouble, some serious trouble. We went to court, and I was with the judge, right? And I told the judge, that I didn't want my child to be a statistic in the legal courts, right? So it's either I discipline him.
That's right.
Or
the courts.
You could take him. You could take him right now, because I'm not gonna raise a child to be a problem to society.
That's it. That's just it. I would rather take his place in court. I'll face the punishment for giving him an ass whooping that I thought was deemed necessary, rather than him ending up in court being a statistic and a menace to society every day, all day. Yeah. I'm absolutely with you on that. Absolutely with you. Right.
Thank you, Mo.
Appreciate that.
All right, guys.
All right.
Yep. All right. So, everyone, to those who just came in, don't forget to hit the like button. Slick Rick is reminding us. All right, and don't forget if you haven't subscribed yet. So, again, Raymond.
Did we do this one already?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, okay.
So, So Ray in the Philippines said, "There was one time after spanking my son more than once for acting up in school, I came in with the belt and made him spank me because I wasn't doing my job as his father. That impacted his."
Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. I never thought about that one.
That's a good
one. I never thought about that one. Wow, that's deep.
I know.
That is deep. Take a ass whooping for your kid so he can see. Hey, you know what? That's deep. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call on that one. All right. I wonder where you learned. Let me know where you learned that one from. That's good. Okay. All right. What's up? What's up, DG?
On the discipline thing, I mean, you know, with my daughter being the oldest, I mean, I really didn't discipline her that much. I mean, and when the boys came, I just looked at my wife and said, hey, you know, you go from here and I'll take care of them.
Right.
You know, and so, like, I mean, stuff for me was like, with my kids was like just, I could tell I'm disappointed in you. It just burst out in tears, you know. You know, so I would say the way I disciplined them was probably more psychological than anything else.
Same here. Same here. Yeah, in my opinion, I think corporal punishment should be the last. It should be the last resort.
Yes, it is.
I think there's a lot of other ways to punish kids or to teach and discipline kids, and corporal punishment should be the last resort. That's my own opinion.
Yeah.
But there is a place for it.
Did I dig off in the asses when I had to? Yes, I did. You know, they take me for it today, you know.
Right. DG, we got to get you off the line. The connection was bad, and we couldn't really hear you very well. So we apologize for that.
Sorry, DG.
And there was another call coming in too. If you were just calling, go ahead and give us a call back. And DG, we apologize. We always like hearing what you got to say, but the connection wasn't very good that time. So
yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's get back into it. Somebody was calling from the Philippines. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think that was a Philippines number. So if you were calling from the Philippines, please give us a call back. We always appreciate having some local people calling into the show.
Yep, for sure.
All right.
So DG said, Richie, I'm out PC have to have one. Maybe because of the snoring thing.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe. Could be.
So Chosen One said, let me click that comment from me. Read it. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, so no such thing as bad kid, just a bad parent. Yeah, I would. A bad kid, a rotten kid.
There are some.
Yeah, but
let's take this call real quick.
Okay,
Let's take this call because this person was trying to call in a few times. Hold on just a second. Okay, it's Rich and Ching. Who's calling in?
Chosen One.
Chosen One. What's going on, man?
How you doing, Rich? How you doing, Chang?
We're
outstanding.
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. This was a very interesting conversation, and I appreciate you for it.
Go ahead.
What you got on our topic?
What I got on the topic, I mean, as far as the kids, there's such thing as too many kids. It's what you can afford. You know, if you can afford a lot of kids, then so be it. But there's a lot of people having kids and they really can't afford it. So I mean, I guess the kids depend on your wallet.
Yes.
You know, if you're a rich person and if you want to have 10, 12, 15 kids, so be it. God bless you.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing wrong with that. As far as the other topic, I want to make an apology. I want to make an apology to Slick Rick. Slick Rick. The reason why I want to make an apology to Slick Rick is because I was the first guy that you interviewed as far as the couples match. I was trying to give him some warnings because I told him that some of these Filipinas can be ruthless. And it's not just it's just not, you know, I mean, they prey on people. You have to be careful. You have to be careful. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Absolutely. You can put a target on you.
He comes across as such a nice guy. And I've been off and on in this country since 2017. And that type of kindness, it scares me. It scares me. It terrifies me. Because guess what? I've been through the ringer. Most of these expats have been through the ringer. And you have to be careful.
Yes.
Right.
You know? I mean, all these guys, they're so nice. They're coming on. And, you know, they're telling their stories and everybody's watching them. But, I mean, there's some sharks in these waters, you know? It's just like people like me, like, hold on, brother. You hold on now. You don't know really what you're dealing with. I promise you, you really don't know what you're dealing with.
You know what, Chosen One?
Slow down.
You know what? That's why we have this. That's part of the reason we have this show, is to put that information out there and to have people like you come on, people like other people come on, and let people hear their stories, so people don't go through the same thing that you've been through. So I'm sure he appreciates your apology, and I'm sure he'll say something in the comments in response. But I appreciate you, because Slick Rick, I mean, I know him personally. He is a stand-up dude. I'll vouch for him, and I don't vouch for too many people.
Oh, he's the best.
But
He's
I would
the best.
absolutely
No,
vouch
because
for him.
because no. I mean, I knew that the guys were being sincere, and I knew that Slick Rick just wanted them to tell their story.
Right.
Slick Rick is the stand-up guy
for sure.
But I'm just saying, hold on. There's another element to this thing.
Yeah, it's the vultures.
I mean, I just can't let my boy get swallowed up whole.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I
you're
mean,
trying
I
to
just
protect
don't
him
want,
from the vultures.
Yeah, that's
Right.
all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
I hear you.
we hear you, and I'm sure he hears you,
Mhm.
and we all appreciate it. That's
Yes.
what, to me, that's what this channel is about. Is
sure.
about everybody giving the same information. So, I mean, the end result is hopefully everybody that wants to can meet a nice Filipina, because they vet carefully, they choose wisely, they follow some of the rules that some of the things that we've put out there, some other people put out there, and they get some information that will help them to make good decisions at the end of the day.
So I think it's just like looking after each
Absolutely.
other.
That's exactly what this channel is. We're looking after each other, so we all end up happy and smiling
we
at the end of the day.
appreciate that, Chosen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Appreciate you coming on, and don't let this be the last time, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Slick Rick, you my boy, Slick Rick. You my boy, Slick Rick.
All
Thank
right.
you.
We appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So so Slick Rick is saying here, please don't say any scores of any games.
Yes, please don't. Because I'm going to spend the rest. We got to shoot a couple videos after this live stream, and then the rest of my day goes to me and watching football. This is what I'm doing. This is how I get down. This is my Sunday, and I watch football. Chang's got to go home. Well, you don't have to go home. You got to get the hell up out of here. Yeah, because I'm watching me some football, and that's it. But anyway, yeah, that's what's up. So yeah, don't hit me with no scores. Anyway, okay, let's get through the comments, and let's get through the comments. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so.
All
right. Let's see.
Okay. So Morris said, Chosen, I agree. Kids only do what they are taught or allowed
It's true.
to do.
It's true. The parent. It's almost always a reflection of parenting. Always. Right.
Okay. So chicanery, y'all throwing out some words tonight. Cooter, chicanery. What else? Chicanery.
There you go. Oh.
Was that me?
Yeah, that was a little bubble. Sorry. Sorry, it's not the last time I've had your saliva on me. Yeah,
whatever. Stop.
Chew it. Yeah. Take it easy. Right. All right.
All right. Rabbit said there are stupid kids who truly deserve whoopings.
They do.
I think the whoopings will be just. I would agree with you. Will be the last.
It's
and depends on the gravity of the.
You and I talked about this, and I feel like the only two situations that deserve whoopings are life or death situations and outright disrespect.
Yeah.
You can't have kids disrespecting you, and disrespecting authority, stuff like that. That has to be dealt with immediately and with severe consequences. But outside of that, I think a lot of other stuff. There's a million ways. There's more than a million ways to skin a cat.
Yep.
Okay.
So, Slick Rick here said, please consider become a member of Richie Rich Abroad by clicking the join button in the about section of any video. Thank you so much, Slick Rick.
Right.
Ray in the Philippines said, children are your main business.
Yes.
If you own a business, you work towards the success of that business. Too many parents have the attitude of neglecting their business due to sacrificing personal time.
Now, I like that comment, Ray, and I'm going to piggyback on that comment because one of our last callers said, how many kids you have depends on how much money you have. And I'm going to add to it because obviously money is a factor. But how about how much time you have, right? Because if you can't devote X amount of time to all your kids, then obviously some of them are going to suffer, and there might be negative consequences. So I wouldn't just say the money, but there's a time factor, there's a time element or component that we should add to it as well.
You need to be hands-on to the business,
Yeah.
So, okay, so
Black Box said, sorry about the telephone connection. No problem. It happens sometimes. It might not even be you. Could be just the connection that time.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
don't let it be the last time you call in.
For
Okay?
sure. Rabbit said, "Old men have not any time left, but simp they're ending this."
Some of them do, bro.
Mhm.
Some of them do, and it makes me crazy. I'm telling
Mhm.
you, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
So David 008 said, "I would like to go to the meetup, but I don't my passport till the end of the month." Mm-hmm. Okay.
There we go. There we go. All right, girl.
Mhm.
Getting better. Getting better.
All right. So no scores, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So the black box said, "I sound like a boxer after a fight." Like,
All right.
okay, so
All right.
okay, there you
Rhoda.
go. So Rhoda said, "Yes, there be times that you will extend your help to the older kids, but not to the extent of giving formula to his kids. That is wrong way of helping."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
When
think,
they're
honey, I had this conversation with my parents before I even got married.
Mhm.
That when I have children,
Those are
it
your
is not
kids.
your obligation to pay for my kids' formula. It is my responsibility as their mom to pay for my children's formula.
If you can't afford them, don't make them.
Mm-hmm. So Frank Ellis said, "I hear Filipinos don't leave the house until they get
A
married."
lot of them. That's common in a lot of Asian cultures.
Yeah, and even if
Yeah.
they get married, sometimes
Mhm.
they still stay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Mm.
there's some questions that need to be asked.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So the black box said, "The way I struggle to talk, sometimes I feel like I lost to Mike Tyson, or I learned to talk from Mike Tyson."
I don't
And
think so. Yeah.
it wasn't.
Yeah. It's clear and
Yeah.
concise, and I think everybody understands you. I didn't have a
Mm-hmm.
problem at all.
Mm-hmm.
I think just for the audience to know, one of the things that we have to do is we kind of have to get people in and out. So we try to
Mm-hmm.
get people to the point or keep people on point. So we can get to the next caller or
Yeah.
to the next point. So we're trying to get everybody in, and so we try to keep the show going.
Yes.
And that's the only thing. So
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Okay, so Luca here said, "You gotta observe the family dynamics of your
Yes.
boyfriend or girlfriend at home, in public. You need more time to get to know the most important people in your partner or potential partner."
Absolutely,
Mhm.
Luke. I could
Mhm.
not agree with you more.
Yes.
I totally
Mhm.
agree with that. Right.
All right. So, Chosen One said, "If I have a kid, I need full custody. I'm not playing those type of
I heard
games."
that.
Mhm.
I heard that.
Mhm.
Right. Right.
Okay, so Obi-Wan said, "You want that kid. You
You
won't
won't
get
get.
that kid over there."
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about
Mm-hmm.
the adoption laws or policies out
Mm-hmm.
here. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't even want to comment on
Uh-huh.
it. Yeah. And Morris.
Morris said,
Yep.
"Luca, yes, betting is really important. Not
Well,
just the woman, but the entire family."
everybody on both sides, not
Mhm.
just a woman betting a man or
Mhm.
vice versa, but vice versa. And we've said that since our first video
Mhm.
about vetting carefully. And I'm going to keep saying it because it is probably
Yeah.
the most important thing that you can do in a relationship or a potential relationship.
Mhm.
It is imperative that you vet carefully, that you ask a lot of questions, and it doesn't matter if she doesn't like your questions and she's
Mhm.
not the one for you.
Mhm.
But you need to know if you're offering a lifetime commitment of provision and protection. It's worth a lot. And
Yeah.
if you don't know that, then I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you.
Mhm.
Okay?
So Earl said, I'm sorry. Slick Rick said, "Don't
Okay.
forget to hit the like button, the subscribe, and hit that
Mhm.
notification bell."
Yeah.
So Earl said, "That was the biggest point, Rich. Don't disrespect me, and I will not
Absolutely.
disrespect you."
That's huge. That
Mhm.
is huge, right?
So Ahmed joined us. Hello, Ahmed.
What's up, Ahmed? Is that a new name?
No, I've seen him in the comments.
What's up, Ahmed?
Okay, hello. To be honest, I was in love with a lady and she had kids. It was a night.
It can change a relationship. It can really be a deal breaker or a game changer, good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I hear you, Ahmed.
Mm-hmm. So Christopher Michael said, "Women control access to sex, men control access to
And
marriage."
don't believe anything else.
Okay.
Anything else.
Okay, po. So Jay said, "Stepdad's role in the relation with a single mom is usually he has all the responsibility with no authority."
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? If Jay, first of all, I absolutely agree with you. Usually that is the case. But I'll say this: if that was the case with me, I wouldn't get into that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I would not get into that relationship at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Cliff said, "I came back in the room. Who's sticking it in where we changed topics?" Well, this a front door or back door thing? No, we were
No.
just
Yeah.
no, we were talking about earlier about who controls intimacy. So Tiger Ronnie said, women control sex, men control if there's a relationship.
You better ask somebody.
Okay, so fine. So
Okay.
not everybody is wrong. So women control it.
No, everybody can't be wrong.
Everybody can't
Okay.
be wrong.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
so women control sex and men control the
Absolutely.
relationship.
Absolutely.
All right, so Chosen One said, control is not an illusion. I run my ship accordingly. The only thing that controls me is
Cigarettes.
cigarettes. Yeah, I'm just making sure it's correct. Cigs and alcohol. Cigarettes and alcohol.
All right.
All right. All right, so.
Okay. I think we got DG back, and hopefully we got a better connection.
Okay.
We'll take this. All right. And
there.
DG, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Sorry about that earlier. I was out on the floor watching the asylum minions in the asylum, but I'm in my office now. But like I was saying, I mean, I was, with disciplining kids, like you took care of my daughter, I took care of the boys. Hey, pulled my daughter's hair, and I spanked the boys when I had to. But I mean, they never got whooped for everything. They should have gotten whooped for us, and I'll say that. But we kept it in balance, though. I mean, I never, I never whipped them when I was pissed off. I calmed down first, and handle it, and hey, and I sit down and like, your dad did too. I said, hey, no, I don't like this kind of behavior from you guys.
Yeah, I think it's important. You discipline out of love, and I think some parents forget that. I think some parents forget that, but discipline should come out of love and nothing else.
Yeah, because at that time, I had to send her out the room like, I get out of here,
Right.
Sitting there crying more than they are. But that's all I wanted to catch up, man. But yeah, I was out on the floor, man. I had to watch the inmates in the asylum.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Thanks for calling back.
Okay, thank you, DG. So I think it all comes down to, disciplining your children because you want them to be productive members of the society, and at the same time you discipline out of love. I remember that I keep telling the boys that when I reprimand or when I scold them or when I correct them, I don't hate you. I hate what you did. So hate is such a strong word, but I don't like what you did. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's a really strong word. Yeah.
So I don't dislike you. I dislike what you did.
No,
so
I can't accept the behavior.
So
we're not going to accept the behavior. That's it.
Yeah.
So we're not doing that.
So Christopher Michael said, these women that have kids without planning as teenagers work with the poor mentality as it is here in North America. Just remember, there's an old saying, those who don't listen will feel.
Christopher Michael, you're absolutely on point. And I think that you will find here, I think you'll find when you come here that there's a lot of, and I say this to Cheng all the time, that in certain circles, there's a poor people's mentality here. And I think you'll find it's very similar to what we have at home. They think very short term. They don't think about consequences of actions, and some of them just don't have the experience to deal with stuff. So, but I absolutely agree with you. Right?
Yep. Okay. So everybody is agreeing with.
Right. Aaron said, "Spare the rod, spoil the child." Right. Okay.
Okay. So Earl said, too many kids is 3 rice cookers full.
Yeah, 3 rice cookers full.
That's a lot of rice.
That's a whole bunch of rice, right? Yeah. Emery, what's going on, man? Emery Boy is in the house.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us. We always appreciate that, right?
So
DG said psychological, and I agree. I think kids a lot of times they fear disappointing their parents. It really does matter. It really does matter. And my man said about the give him the belt and have him whoop you.
Oh yeah, I
give him
think
the belt
that's
and
a
have
good.
him whoop you.
Like
Yeah, you know what? I'm
no,
I'm letting Zach whoop me. My kid is old now, but and married. But that would be a good one, as long as you don't just really bust my ass. You just tear my ass up, right? Like
I could take a beating.
Yeah, can you? Anyway, okay. No, man, see, you nasty. That's what it is. You immediately start thinking about stuff. All right. Anyway, let's go back to the show. Right?
Okay.
All
so the chosen one said, my Filipina gets injection not to get pregnant. She
Thank you.
don't
Yeah.
love me, just my money, but it works for us. Everybody playing.
You know what? You can. It's fairly easy to get birth control here.
Mhm.
It really, really is. And I really don't know why a lot of women don't get birth control. I think is it education? Is they don't know about it or?
They know about it for
Mhm.
sure because it's available in the health centers.
Uh-huh.
But for some reason, some women don't want it because of the side effects. There's
Mhm.
side effects, especially if they have, underlying health conditions, and then they don't want the side
Mhm.
effects of taking the pills.
Okay. All
Mhm.
right. Well, I wish. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, side
So,
effects. Let's see. Side effects. 20 years of side effects,
or
or 20 minutes of side effects. I
uh,
don't know.
uh-huh.
I don't know. Anyway. Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
So, so open your eyes is here.
Open your eyes. What's going on, man?
Mhm.
Says you have a phone number today, right?
Yes, we do have a phone
Absolutely,
number today.
absolutely. Definitely call in.
Mhm.
You're welcome to call in anytime.
Yes.
Anytime. This is always a call. All of our live streams are
Our
call-in
call-in
live streams, and we appreciate as many calls as you guys want. Many times y'all want to call in, right?
Mm-hmm. The number
Right.
is 415-490-8030. That's for you.
There you
Open
go.
your eyes.
And there's the number right there. And Slick Rick usually puts it in, puts the number,
Intermittently.
intermittently into the chat.
Mhm.
So definitely call in. You're always welcome to do that, and we appreciate it.
Yes, for sure. Okay. You can go
Yeah.
back. Okay, there.
Oh, okay, all right.
All right.
Yeah, because
So,
when you move, that's the
Mhm.
one bad thing about it. Okay. All right.
that was quick. I think it's.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay, let's take this call and hold on a second. All right. And go. Rich and Ching on the line. Who's talking? Who's calling?
Yo, what's up? This is Young Fresh Global Travel, man.
What's up, Young
Hello.
Fresh?
It's been a while,
What's going on, brother?
Good, good. Just wanted to call in quick to have a quick comment. I always seem to have problems with women with kids for some reason. So I always it's always short lived for me because, I just don't believe in you giving your kids money. And every time I date a Filipina, they're like, no, I have to give him or her an allowance. And it's like, yo, where I'm from, in New York, it gets cold, so it snows a lot. A lot of times my mom used to be like, well, you better go outside and shovel some snow, or you better help iron my clothes for work or whatever, right? Some of these kids, I can't be with a woman with, maybe I'm just too strict, or maybe my parents was too strict with me.
You're not.
But I don't believe in giving you money for free. I don't care if you're my son. I don't care if you're my daughter. You need to work for it. And all of these Filipinas, I love Filipinas, obviously, because I keep dating them. But the only thing is, they are so nice that they just say, no, but I have to give them something. No, maybe teach your kid how to starve. And I am serious. I don't mean starve to the point that the kid dies, but if your kid is used to having like snacks, cut off the snacks until they start learning how to do certain things. So anyway, I always get into arguments and I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't think you and I could kind of work out because we disagree on some major principles. So anyway, the long story short here is, I think it's always important to be with someone and challenge them and kind of say, hey, what do you think about this, or what do you think about that? And then if she starts saying, no, but give it to the kid anyway. No, don't give it to the kid anyway. Like, cut them off is what I'm saying. Anyway, like I said, maybe I'm just being strict, or maybe I was brought up strict, but I worked for every single thing. If I wanted 50 cents for a potato chips from the local store, I had to work for it. So women who think they can just like raise their kids without discipline, I can't deal with them. So anyway, that's all.
I appreciate I really appreciate your comment. Actually, don't let this be the last time you call in. Okay.
Okay, so let me
For sure.
allow me to comment on his.
And then I'm gonna comment on your comment.
Okay. So I think that we are raised differently, obviously. Like the culture here in the Philippines is different from the culture in the West. And I think when it comes to allowance, and there are certain, like for example, your kids shouldn't be rewarded by doing chores, in exchange
Well,
of
you said they should or they should not.
should not.
Okay.
They shouldn't think that when I do chores, I will be rewarded by an allowance. But also, it is your responsibility as a parent to teach them chores, to set them up for life. Now another thing is, maybe you don't see that, for example, they need to travel from to school, and
That's not allowance.
that's allowance to us.
Okay.
So we give them allowance,
But they have,
but they
to
have
go
to
school.
travel, they have to go
Yeah.
to school, and they have to eat in school. So I think that's allowance.
Okay.
So
We don't count that as allowance. Hold on. Okay. We'll take this call. Slick Rick on something to add in. What you got, Slick Rick?
Hey, what's happening?
What's up, man?
Hey, we have a little bit of a celebrity trying to cam up, but he's demanding a little bit of payment before he cams up.
Oh, okay. Well, what does he want for payment?
He wants 500 pesos, but he wants it now before he cams up.
If he's a celebrity, I'll give him 500 pesos. Guaranteed.
Okay.
My word is bond.
All right, chosen one, you're on, buddy. You're gonna get your demand, so go ahead and cam up. You got the link.
All right. We'll wait. We'll keep going until we get him on here. Okay.
All right, man. I just want to let you know.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Hey, again, I apologize, Chosen, Frank, and Obi-Wan. I mean, I had to stop it before it got out of control. That's what I did. So I apologize if I may have jumped the gun on that, but that's my job. So
That's your job. That's your job. We always assume that you have our best interest in mind, and we appreciate that, and we hope that everybody else does too, and that they understand that.
All right, you guys, Chosen, you're on, buddy.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Thank you so much, Slick Rick.
Let me comment to what you were saying. First of all, we don't look at that. I mean, if the kid's got to eat, the kid's got to eat. If the kid has to pay for transportation to get to school, it has to be paid for, right? That's not an allowance. Allowance is the money you give your kid for extra stuff.
No.
It's just the money you give him for him spending money.
No.
Spending money. And I absolutely, I believe exactly what he said.
Yeah.
You earn that. With the kids. If you came to me and said, "What do you, Dad? Can I get some money for this?" Sure. What are you going to give me? What are you going to do for me? Everything should be earned because you're teaching life lessons, and you don't teach life lessons by giving them everything they want or when they want it, because that's not life. So I believe in earning. You work for it, you earn it, and then you get it.
Yeah, but here in the Philippines, you have to understand, when we talk about allowance to giving to our children, that is where we, like, for example, let's get this comment. I'll continue. This comment.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, Morris, what you got, man?
Yeah, Rich. I agree with you. I agree with you when it says when you're talking about allowance. If you're doing things within the house, that as a young man or a young girl, that's your duty because you live here. You don't get money for chores.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
You don't get money. You don't get money for helping out the house for something that you're gonna benefit from.
You're supposed to do.
That you're helping it maintenance.
Yes, and like you guys are saying, by you setting that example, that person for the future, that they need to go do things for themselves and for the family. In Bermuda, we have a tradition, whereas kids that get to the age of, I think, 10, and we have grocery shops, so they will pack your groceries, and then the people will tip the kids for packing the groceries. So that's what I did to my boys. They, at 16 in Bermuda, you could do a moped. So if you want to get a moped when you go 16, then you need to save your money to buy your moped.
Right.
You want a cell phone? You save your money to get a cell phone, and you pay the bill.
Exactly.
Once they find out how much it costs, and they paid it up, giving the friends the phone, giving the friends the bike. Once they earn it, they're not giving out the stuff freely because they knew what the cost is to achieve it.
You respect something and you appreciate something so much more when you earn it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Indeed. Indeed.
Appreciate you all as always, Morris.
Chang, you did a great interview this evening.
Thank you so much, Morris.
There you go. She's getting better. She's getting better every time. Absolutely.
I still need a lot to improve.
Yeah. We'll get better. We'll keep getting better every time. All right. Thank you, Morris. We'll see you next time, bro.
Blessings.
So I think what I was saying earlier is about the allowance here in the Philippines. If your children are going to school, you give transportation allowance and food allowance. So that I think that's part of what we think what allowance is.
Right.
So it is. I think it is. Correct
me.
me. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. It is my responsibility. Part of my responsibility as a parent to include that transpo and food allowance when my children is going to school.
Kids have to eat. The question is, what do they eat?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah. This is the allowance.
Our job is to provide them with sustenance, but it doesn't have to be top quality, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if they're not behaving in X or Y, Z way, we have to provide them with food.
Yeah, and also, I understand your. I give them X amount of money, and then it's up to you to budget. You have how many hours? It's up to you to budget that, and yeah, I think you're also teaching them budgeting skills.
Okay, we got to take this call. This is an international caller, so let's get this call in for sure. All right, all right, Rich and Ching is online. Who's calling in?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. Who's calling in?
It's Jay.
Jay, what's going on? And where are you calling from, Jay?
I'm calling from Canada.
What's going on?
Toronto.
Okay. I love Toronto. Toronto. What's going on? What you got on our topic, bro?
Yeah, are we starting with the topic or are we on allowance?
Whichever one. Allowance is fine.
No, I had a story. I actually wanted to get your opinion on this. You guys' opinion on this.
Okay.
This actually happened to me. It happened to my cousin. So I'll try to make it very brief because it's a little bit long. I'll cut the details that you guys don't need and everything. So long story short is that my cousin got first he got involved with this girl and he got a kid with the girl. He got her daughter, right? Now he's he's like 20 years old now. He's a young grown adult and he has his own life and everything. But when he was around 18 years old, he started hanging around the wrong crowd and got into drugs and all that stuff. So he started to be, a little bit, anxious and angst and a lot of disruptive in the household and everything, right? When his son started doing that, he got involved with another. When my cousin got involved with another woman, he married her and he got kids with her and everything. So he had 3 daughters with her and everything, right?
Okay.
All living under the same roof.
Right.
Basically, long story short is that my nephew, the eldest son, he started getting riled up and starting to get involved in drugs and all that stuff. So one day they got in a huge argument because he started smoking up and doing drugs in the house, which wasn't allowed. Like you could do anything outside. Anything you do outside is fine. As soon as you start going in the house and you start doing restricted stuff, you can't do drugs in the house, especially when you have little kids in the house. He's three sisters, right? They're little sisters and everything. Long story short is that they got into a big fight, and he punched a hole in the wall, right?
Okay.
And
when you say he,
huge argument,
who was he? Who punched the hole in the wall?
My nephew. Sorry, my nephew. My nephew. We're talking about my nephew getting all riled up and all the drugs and everything, rambunctious stuff, right? So my cousin tried and got a hold of him and he tried to cool him down and everything. But you know how when you get in your teenage years, you get the worst, the hardest of times when you're trying to reach out a kid is when you're in your teenage years, right? Whether it's word, it's even harder if you don't have a father. Luckily, my cousin was there for him, but the thing was the worst time when he was hanging out with the wrong crowd and everything. Long story short, he got into a big argument. He punched a hole. He punched a hole in his door, right? Not in the wall and the door, right? And then from that point on, they got in a huge argument. And then he had to make a decision. So he said, "You know what? You're out. I got to kick you out. You're out." Luckily, like he kicked him out, but he kicked him out. My nephew went to live with his mother and everything. They weren't together. His mother, right? The first girl he got involved with, right? The baby mom, right? So the wife that he got married to said, like, I can't have him over. He's got to leave. So that's why he made the decision. Now you're in danger. Now the safety of our daughters is in our hands and everything. I can't have you punching holes in walls and everything. So it was a hard decision for him to make, but he made that decision. He's explained this to me and everything. And I was thinking to myself, if I was in this position, would I be able to do that? And like, obviously, I would do that because the safety of our daughters comes first and everything. So my question to you is that if you were in this position, where your son ran out of control and then did the same thing, would you be able to do that and say, like, you got to leave, and then you have other younger kids to take care of and everything, just for their own safety? I think he made the right call, but that was a really hard decision and everything, right? So, so that's it. That's why when I made a point and I said that, you'll have all the responsibility, but you need to have the authority, right? So he was father. He's the father of all the kids. If he was a stepdad, it would be the same case. Would she gain that authority to say, no, your kids gotta go? But the safety of our daughter comes first, right?
Right. So I'll answer. I'll take your. I'll go ahead and move on, but I'll answer your call or your question offline. And so here's what I would say to that is, yes, absolutely I would. It would be it, and it's not an easy decision to make, but your responsibility to your home, your household, is to provide and protect. And it might even be protect them from people in your house, other people in your house. So that it's a big deal. And so you have to do that, and hopefully you might be willing to invite that person back into your home after the behavior has been changed, or after you see a change. But that's your job. That's your job as a man, and hopefully you wouldn't get into that situation where you would be in that situation. All right. So thank you for that call. Much appreciated. All right. I think we got Chosen One mic'd up real quick, and Chosen One, I think we got you. Can you hear us and see us?
How are you?
We're doing good, man. We're doing good. How you doing today, man?
I'm pretty good.
Excellent. Glad to have you on the show. It's too bad.
He is I, and I is him. I do not hide behind the shadows.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated. We're glad to have you on the show. And it sucks that we're on at the end of our show, but we're still glad to have you on the show. So first and foremost, what do you got on our topic about the kids?
Oh, forget about the kids. I don't give a damn about them kids. I don't care about that.
I love it.
You want me to tell the truth? I mean, listen, everybody knows me as a truth teller. And I normally don't cam up. I work better behind the scenes. But for you, because I appreciate this channel so much, I will make an exception. Now you know who the chosen one is. I am the chosen one.
We love putting a name with a face.
I am the chosen one. So there's no more questions about it. But as far as those kids, I don't give a damn about them kids. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Chosen One, where are you, bro? Where are you at?
Right now, as we speak, I am in Angeles City. I'm here in the Philippines. I am amongst you. Sometimes I'm amongst you. Sometimes I am not. But, I mean, I don't really spend a lot of time in the Philippines. I'm kind of off and on. But I lived here for 5 years straight. I came here in 2017. And then after the pandemic is when I left. I mean, I don't want to talk bad about the Philippines, but the Philippines to me, it was the best place on the planet. I had so much fun. That was back then where you could smoke in bars and smoke in clubs. You could do anything you wanted to do in the Philippines. Then President Duterte came along, which I know a lot of Filipinos liked it. And then he said, "No, you can't even smoke in bars no more." That's my only issue with the Philippines. No, I'm sorry if we're getting sidetracked, but I just want to tell my story. Can I tell my story, please?
Hold on. I have to say this because we have this channel, and I want to keep this channel. I just want to make sure that anything else, we're good. But how about we leave the Philippines? Anything negative, we can talk about that offline, and I'll probably join
negative.
you.
Oh, negative.
Yeah.
You know what? To be honest with you, no. I mean, I can say everything positive, but if you, to be honest with you, Rich, and I'm just gonna say this from the bottom of my heart. I've been here 2017. It's gonna be hard to come across an expat that doesn't have nothing negative to say.
For sure.
If there's nothing negative to say, I promise you're not gonna have a channel. That's impossible. We got to take the good and the bad together. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you.
Without question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am him.
There's plenty of negative things to say, but I don't want anybody keying on our channel saying that we're saying negative things or promoting negative things. I know you're not. But,
negative. Yeah. I'm just telling my experience. I'm not saying nothing bad. I'm not speaking for everybody.
Right.
It's just
there's got to be something you like about being here. For you.
My
tell us what you like. Tell us what you like. Right. Okay. And what do you expand on that?
My Filipino. I will expand on that. I came here in 2017. Actually, I came here in 2016, to be honest with you. I came here in 2016. And then within my first 2 weeks of being here, I got robbed. And so I hated the Philippines for like a whole year. Then I came back in like a year later, 2017. And then I decided to give it a try. And then I stayed here like 5 years straight after the pandemic. But after the pandemic, everything just broke me. Nothing has been the same since the pandemic.
Right.
I know. I'm here. All right. And so that's why I talk a little bit bad. But I will give credit to the Philippines. I will give credit to where credit is due. The Philippines is where I made my bones. The Philippines is where I had a good time, But I started to expand my horizons a little bit. So I'm not in the Philippines as much as I used to be. I would say this past 6 months, I spent maybe 2 months in the Philippines, and I spent like 4 months in Thailand. That's what happens. In other words, if Philippines is all you know, you're gonna stay in the Philippines. And there's many expats like that. We all know them. They all maybe went overseas to like just for a few days and came right back. But there's like Philly in the Philippines. He's never been to Thailand. He's been in the Philippines like 9 years. There's many expats like that, and I can go so forth and so on and so on. But so I apologize, but somebody needs to send me my $12 because they told me if I came up, they're gonna give me my $12.
You know what? My word is bond, and I said I would send you 500 pesos. You will get 500 pesos. Word is bond. If my word ain't good, then nothing else is good.
You know what? I'm just joking with you. I don't need your 500 pesos. Believe it or not, I'm actually I'm one of those expats that actually stay in the background. Trust me, I don't need your donation.
Right. I know.
I'm on YouTube out of spite. I like being a troll because it makes me feel good. I don't need a YouTube channel. I just want to troll you just because I can, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay?
I've seen. I saw you on Sunshine Shoulders on his channel a few times. speaking of which, are you going to be able to make it out to our meet and greet?
Me and Sunshine Shoulders, we have a little bit of problems. I can't go there. I mean, I can go to Makati. But right now, me and Sunshine Shoulders, we have a little bit of beef because I will be honest with you. At first, I supported his channel. To be honest with you, I still like the guy. But everybody knows he kind of has like a little sensitive bone in his body. You know, if you kind of talk to him a wrong way, he's very delicate. And we all know this. It's not everybody knows this. And
well,
so
I don't want you. If you guys have beef, I mean, we want to have a good
I
time.
don't have beef. I don't care about him. He doesn't register on my radar. But if you want me to come to Makati, I will come to Makati. It's not a problem. Maybe we can do a collab. It doesn't matter.
I would love to. I would absolutely love to. I think
give me my 500 pesos.
That will. I guarantee. Again, if my word ain't good, then nothing else is good. So I will absolutely send you 500 pesos.
I love everybody. I love everybody here. I love everybody here.
And we appreciate you. I would love. I'll take you up on your offer to collab. I would love to sit down with you one-on-one when we have time and do an interview. I think that would be very interesting. I think that would be.
But you know what? But I'll tell you what, Richie Rich. I've been contemplating on starting a YouTube channel for about 6 years. I'm not that person for YouTube because I don't sugarcoat anything. And anything that comes out of my mouth, I feel like it will be bad. I mean, no, I'm not that person because I'm not a liar. I can't lie to people.
Right.
You want me to sit here and tell you how great everything is in Angeles City? I live here in Angeles City.
No.
You want me to sit here and tell you how great the Philippines is when I can't even go outside with beggars come up to me without stray dogs wanting to bite me in my leg? You want me to tell you the truth? I'll tell you the truth.
I hear you. That's why I stay out of
don't hear me. No, because everybody wants to be nice. I'm not a nice person.
No.
I tell you the truth. I tell you the truth.
Well, we always appreciate that, and I think that there's always a time. There's always the truth is always good, but I think there's a time for it to talk. Everything that you can say doesn't just because you can say it. In my opinion, it doesn't mean it needs to be said just because you can say it. That's
true. And I agree. And I agree with that. But I thank you very much for having me on here. I thank you to our lovely couple. That's why I follow you.
Thank you.
But Slick Rick, he's the one that forced me on here. I didn't even want to be on here. But Slick Rick said he would give me 500 pesos. He told me he would give me 500 pesos.
Well, if he said it,
this is Slick Rick's fault. This is not my fault. This is not my fault. This is Slick Rick's fault.
Well, if he said it and I backed him, that means then it's going to happen. We'll make it happen, and we'll get you your 500 pesos. We know that you already, so we'll send it back to you because we know you already, and we want to thank you for sending us the 500 pesos and sending that over to us. But we would gladly send that back to you. But and we appreciate you adding content and adding quality to our life.
I'm here anytime. But like I said, I'm the man of the people. I'm the man of the people. I'm not fake. I'm not plastic. I'm the people's champ. Don't you understand that? I'm the people's champ.
Power to the people. Power to the people and the champ. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday and the football.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Okay.
Well, it kind of sucks because we didn't have a lot of time to have him on and get to know more about him. But yeah, another time, maybe we can do a quick interview. Okay, we are look at this our comments. Yeah. You guys, I want to say something. I feel so sorry because we have so many comments and we want to get to you, and so we try to get all the comments in here, but it gets a little crazy, especially with the call-in feature. And so I don't know how
we can't really read all the comments, but
we sure appreciate you guys commenting, and we appreciate you guys calling in. So let's see if we can get to the end of this, and then we'll keep going, right?
Yeah, and I would like to say that the moment we have so many call-ins, that is like a reflection of our topic because it gets people interested and they want to chime in. So
and the show's growing.
Mm-hmm,
The show is growing. People want to come on and state their opinion, and that's always a good thing. Okay.
So we'll just read whatever we can read at the moment, and then we'll see. Rhoda said she has a lot of opinion not to get pregnant. Options. Sorry. She has a lot of options not to get pregnant if she really wants.
Exactly. And I wish if I would say I wish that more people would understand that that there are options, because 20 years of taking care of children, or for the rest of your life taking care of children, I don't know. I just think taking a pill for, I don't know. I just think
so. Yeah. So totally depends on the kids. According to Cliff, and then Black Box said, "I'm not even considering her if she has 5."
She's not. She's out of the running if she has 5, right? Right.
Okay. So Morris said, "Rhoda, is religious beliefs part of it?"
Right.
So
could be. It could be. Yeah.
So Tiger said, "You need to try the cooter size to make sure it all fits. The size 0 kids, size 1 kid, size 2 kids." And so forth.
Do I need to read these?
Fine.
Okay. Right. So, Tiger. I mean, that might be a good solution. Actually, it might be a good solution. Lucas said, "What if it's a Brady Bunch, but the girlfriend has a windfall from multi-billion project as a contractor?" Well, then you're lucky. Then the guy's going to be in luck. And it won't matter how much money they cost, right? Right. Ken McCulkin from Down Under. What's up, Ken?
Good day, Ken. Good day, everyone. If the father has done a runner and had nothing to do with a child before he or she is born, then the new boyfriend or the mother and the child has a right to discipline the child too.
I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. And someone also said sometimes the fathers are not in the picture, and I do agree with that. And that's too bad. I question why the father's not in the picture. Is it because they had a one-night stand, the girlfriend made a bad choice, and sometimes it's not as clear or as simple as sometimes people make it seem, right? So Chosen One said, "I'll support the cause."
Thank you for supporting the cause. Thank you so much.
Let's see. And Chosen One said, "YouTube is hard work." I get it. It is hard work. It's a lot harder than people think it is, right? Okay.
Okay, Chosen One said, "I'm right behind him. I need me a good woman too."
Absolutely. Okay.
All right. So Frank Ellis said, "I'm impressed by Filipinas. They have very elastic bodies. You can't even tell if they've had kids."
It depends. Sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. But they do a great job of keeping those bodies in shape a lot of times. Right?
Okay. Jay said, "No, Richie, I don't agree with that statement. Having multiple baby daddies and having kids with a man a Filipina got married to are not the same, in my opinion." Richie, don't you agree?
Yes, I agree with what you just said. But the earlier statement was a blanket statement, and in my situation, I wouldn't, if I was looking at the mother of my children who remarried and they had a children, I couldn't put her in the same category. So I'm just saying, with the statement you made, Jay, I absolutely agree with that. But the earlier statement was kind of a blanket statement, and it was a generalization, and so I couldn't say it always apply. And shout out to the mother of my children, because she's awesome. She's a good mom. So and to the kid's stepdad. So anyway, but I agree with you, Jay, for this statement here.
So just a quick question: do we have Chosen One's number so we can contact him whenever he needs to get his money?
We can handle that offline.
Okay.
All
right.
Yeah.
Because I can read the comments here.
Oh yeah, Chosen. Well, that's between me and Chosen One, right?
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Right. Yeah. All right. But my word is bond. Period.
Okay.
Always will be. Okay. All right. So Fournier said, "Hey everyone, sorry I'm a little tardy to the party." That's all right.
You're late, but you made it.
Right.
Thank you.
Chosen One said, "Run, dude. I know Filipinas. This is not for you. They're gonna run your pockets with ease. They can only do it if you let them do it. That's the whole thing. They can only get your money if you let them get your money. If she steals your money, then you just picked the wrong woman and you didn't see the signs. But she can only fleece you if you allow yourself to be fleeced. That's it. Make better decisions. We keep saying vet carefully. Vet that woman. Vet that woman. She shouldn't even, if you're not sure about her, don't let her in your house.
Yes.
Yeah, don't even let her in your house if you don't know enough about her, right?
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying.
So this is Neil Davis. Hello, Neil.
What's up, Neil? Welcome to the family. That's got to be a new name.
Yeah,
right?
good topic tonight. I got involved with a Filipino with 4 children, 2 which were adults and 2 still in junior high school.
Ooh, that's yeah, Neil. I would love to hear more about that. I'd like to know how that turned out, and maybe I don't know. Maybe that might be something for some other dudes to listen. And if if it was a good turnout, I'd love to hear it, or otherwise. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Fournier said, Chosen One said, I can't recommend the Philippines for certain people. He is not one of them. I can tell he's gullible. And that's the thing. I think there's some dudes out there that want to help so bad. They want to help so bad. They put on the cape, the boots and the tights, and they just feel like they just want to give their money and help. And I wonder if there's some underlying reasons for wanting to do that. If there's a confidence reason or whatever. But I get it, and I don't necessarily think it's always a good thing. Helping's cool, but not to your own detriment. And I think a lot of dudes will do that to their own detriment. Okay. Yeah, everybody's saying, how'd the relationship work out? I'm curious too, right? All right. Let's see. Okay. Where are we at? Okay.
Okay. So
okay, here we go with Jay.
Jay said, I recommend he get a little coaching before he comes to the Philippines.
I would say it wouldn't be a bad thing. There's just a lot of vultures here. There are a lot of vultures who want your money, and if you're willing to give, they have a lot of stories, sob stories, and if you're willing to give them your money, they're more than willing to take it.
Yes.
So you just got to be careful with your money, and be careful the woman you choose. Don't choose a woman who needs you. Choose the woman who wants you.
Yes. Okay. All right. So does a gentleman have any medical condition?
Good question. Good question. Excellent question, right? Frank said he's a big dude. Okay. Let's see.
Okay. So Chosen One said, Frank Ellis, I've been in the country since 2017. I don't speak.
Okay. All right. Do the other guys have to wait? I'm not sure what that means.
Maybe referring to the. I'm not sure either.
Okay. Jermaine, sorry. I didn't. We're backed up on the comments a little bit. Maybe you can kind of like put us up on game when you say, did the other guys have to wait? Refresh our memories. Let us know what that means, right? Right. And Obi-Wan said, I hope he gets a good woman. Me too. Me too. Right.
Because he seems nice.
Yeah, he seems like a cool dude, and I appreciate that. Right. Excuse me.
Bless you.
One more.
Bless you.
Pardon me. Thank you. All right. All right, and let's see. He is nice. And Chosen One said he is nice. That's why I'm scared. And I agree. And I think the bottom line is a lot of people are trying to look out for each other. And regardless of how they go about doing it, the thing is they're trying to look out for each other. And I think that's really important to remember, right?
Yeah.
Right? Jay said being nice is good, but just don't be too nice. Nice guys finish last. They do here and they do at home. They do everywhere. Teddy the trucker. Teddy, what's going on? Welcome to the family.
Welcome to Richie.
Thanks for joining Richie Rich Abroad, Teddy. Right?
Okay.
All right. Obi-Wan said it didn't work out for me the first time around, right? And if you're too nice, it doesn't work out for most people because they'll run over you and you will get fleeced. You cannot get scammed or fleeced if you don't allow it. That's it. If you don't allow it, we're telling you guys. Every other channel is telling you guys, don't allow it. It doesn't matter the story they tell you. If you don't give them money, they'll still be fine. Listen to the women on this channel. Listen, I'm sure what Lynn is going to tell you. I know that Luke is going to tell you. I know that that Rhoda is going to tell you. If you don't give some of these women money, they'll still be fine. Seriously, they were fine before they met you. They'll be fine long after you're gone. Okay. Luca said, the gentleman seems like a mild-mannered and a calming voice. Hope he finds a good one. Me too, Luca.
So Lynn said.
Lynn, welcome back to our channel. We love having you here.
Yeah, he seems genuine, intelligent, and pleasant. The excessive weight is a problem, though, in terms of health and appearance. I think that's one of the flaws that he mentioned that he's going to work on. So that's a good start.
Absolutely. And look, we always say that you want to get your mind right, your body right, and your pockets right. And people know. That's why we have the question. What are some of your flaws that you want to work on, right? And so that's why we have that question. Okay. So great comment, Lynn. We appreciate that. Frank Ellis said, a lot of guys get eaten alive in the Philippines. It's not a slight on Aaron, and it's not. It really isn't. And again, I think this whole group, this whole chat, is looking out for the guys. Yeah, looking out for each other. And look, they're just people are just saying how they feel, and two genuine guys. And look, hey, dude, be careful, look out. You know. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay,
so Slick Rick said, I hear you, Frank, but it just seemed like he was being piled on.
Yeah,
and I had to stop it before it got out of control.
Yeah, and we don't want anybody. Yeah, first of all, we don't want anybody piling on. We don't want any. I mean, people. I want people to have the ability to speak their mind. I think that's extremely important to be able to speak your mind on our channel. But at the same time, sometimes negativity. We want people to be able to speak their minds, but in a constructive way. That's the best way to say that. In a constructive way, and I think that's really important. Okay?
Yes.
Teddy the Trucker says, I'm coming in October for 3 weeks, maybe even a month. Teddy, we welcome you. Holler at your boy when you get here. If you're going to be in Makati, holler at your boy. We'll love to meet you and talk with you. Okay. Let's see.
All right. So everybody understood Slick Rick's assignment.
Right. Yeah, and look, you guys, Slick, just so you guys know, I give Slick Rick carte blanche to monitor the chat, and I'm gonna trust him. I'm gonna trust his judgment. The thing is, I want people to be constructive. If you have criticism, voice your criticism, but just be constructive about your criticism. And Slick Rick, as long as they're constructive, I have no problem with people's criticism, because again, it's constructive, and that means it's made for people. It's made for people to do better, right? So yeah, so hopefully you guys agree. I think everybody agrees. Slick Rick does a great job, and keep voicing your opinions or your thoughts. Just keep it constructive. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
Okay? All right. Luca said, Rhoda, what do you think of Cliff? He seems like a catch, right? And Rhoda said, yeah. I hope he finds his match, right? Okay. Lucas said, I bet he can bust some moves. So he looked like he could dance, right? He looked like he could dance a little bit, right? Lucas said, Cliff seems like a perfect gentleman. Plus, he works security, so he's a solid guy, right? Exactly.
So speaking of, you want someone who can provide and protect.
Exactly.
Right?
Okay.
So Chosen One said, meeting a Filipina is not hard. I met my Filipina within 2 weeks and been together 8 years. I didn't know nobody. I just showed up.
Wow, that's just within 2 weeks. That's
that was
right. Okay. Lucas said, I really hope a decent Filipino will get hold of this guy, Cliff. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. And let's see. Chosen One said, dudes just need to show up and get a Filipina. It's not like there's a shortage, making it more difficult than it needs to be. I think you can show up and get a Filipina. However, having said that, I think the key word is quality. Is quality. And I think that's what I would like to promote, getting a quality Filipina. There is always the low-hanging fruit that I just think people should avoid at all costs, because it's going to end up costing you a lot of time, money, effort, and attention that you just don't want to give up. Right? Morris said, hey, ladies, if you know any good women, tell them to check out the Couples Connection. Morris, I agree with you. We would love to have women. If there are single women out there, you want to be on the Couples Connection, guaranteed there are some very nice gentlemen in this that are here that we would love to have on, and some very nice women that we would love for those gentlemen to meet.
Yes. We're trying our best to get women on the show.
It's harder to get women than it is to get men, right? Okay. And I agree. Morris said, great interview for both Aaron and Cliff. I agree. I think it takes a lot to come on the Couples Connection, show yourself out, put your best foot forward. It takes a lot, and clearly, because it's hard. it's hard to get people on the show.
Mhm.
And so so shout out to the dudes
Mhm.
who come on and do the show with us. We appreciate it, and
Yeah.
I'm sure the women will appreciate it in due time.
Yeah, because people will say that they want to join, they want to cam up, but it takes a lot of courage and confidence
It
to
really
be
does.
in front of the camera. Mhm.
Okay, it really does. All right.
Mhm.
Let's see. Morris said, "Hey Richie, can you put the interviews on one video so the ladies don't have to scroll through all the videos?" That's interesting.
Mhm.
That's interesting. That's a good thought, Morris. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
Actually, we'll have to actually look into that afterwards.
Mhm.
Kahana is in the group, and Kahana said, "Blessings from Phoenix, Arizona."
Hello, Kahana.
Damn, it must be
Welcome.
hot. It has
Mhm.
got to be hot in Arizona, Kahana. But welcome to our channel. Welcome to the family. We appreciate you dropping in and dropping a comment. And don't let it be the last comment, which he
Mhm.
didn't, because afterward he said, "If you date a Filipino with kids, what role should you play?" Easy answer: love. Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, all right. Let's see. Jay said the first came in couples connection. America across uh, to nice to the point. Chosen one just wanted to help him out. Being too nice can let people think they can manipulate you. And
Mhm.
Jay,
I
I
hear
agree with
you.
that.
Mhm.
I agree with that. Right,
Mhm.
right. A lot of people are just looking out for each other.
Mhm.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see. Let's see.
All right.
Okay. Mm, okay. Young Fresh said.
Aha.
Okay. Go
Young
ahead.
Fresh said, kids today get no respect for their parents. Some even take their lives. Too many babies raising babies. Heartbreaking to see. I couldn't even say dang to my mother. I wouldn't get my ass beat.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Mhm.
For sure. We'll take this one last call. We'll take this one last call, and then we'll have to shut the phone lines down so we can get through the comments.
Mhm.
And go ahead and hold on. Okay. We'll take this call. Go ahead.
Chosen one.
Go ahead, bro. We got you.
Slick Rick. Slick Rick hasn't given me my 500 pesos. I need that 500 pesos, Slick Rick. What's going on, bro?
He can't. I'll give it to you, bro. I got you. I promise you.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking about. But getting back to the topic. Though. I will say this. As far as children, that's never even really a topic. I mean, most Filipinos will have children.
Right.
I mean, most of all the Filipinos that I've met here, and I mean, I guess I would consider myself young to most people. I'm 49, right?
Younger
So,
than me.
I mean, every Filipino that I met, they have children. So children just comes with the family.
Right.
But what throws me for a curveball is that what most people don't talk about, and that you're not talking about, and I have to call you out just a little bit on this.
Okay.
We already know that the Filipinos have children, but when you deal with the Filipina, you deal with the whole family. We're not even talking about children no more. We're talking about everybody.
True enough.
So you cannot get stuck. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, absolutely. And we've had so many actually live streams talking about dealing with the family. In fact, I think 2 live streams ago we spent half a show talking about dealing with the family.
Yeah.
But in this one, we just children was the topic, so we went with that. But if you look at our other live streams, we've spent a lot of time talking about vetting the family. It's like 2 live streams ago, wasn't it? Last week, I think we talked about vetting the family as well. So for sure.
So I think, in other words, what I'm saying is that there's a lot more to a Filipina than what most Westerners realize. Mm-hmm. Everybody comes over here for the cheaper life. Everybody comes over here for the greater lifestyle. But the truth of the matter is that you're not careful. Guess what? Your Filipino is going to cost you way more than the West.
If you don't vet carefully, she's going to cost you.
And nobody listens to me. Yep. Nobody listens to me.
Well, join the club.
Your Filipinas.
Join the club, because they don't listen to us either, and we say it every live stream, every video. Yeah, so join the club. I mean, people don't listen to us either. People come here and they get fleeced, and then they're upset and they're hurt and they're in their feelings, and Filipinos are bad people and this or that. But you can't. I keep saying, if you don't give them money, they can't scam you. They can't take your money from you. So so they don't listen to us either.
Well,
Jeff.
you have to give them money because first of all, if you don't give them the money, they're not even going to talk to you in the first place.
No, you have to spend money on them.
Something.
You have to spend money on them.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah,
everybody knows
you don't have to give them money. You have to spend money on them, but you don't have to give them money.
How does that work? I've been in the Philippines since 2017. How does that work?
Okay,
you have to give them money.
No, I disagree. I strongly disagree. Case in point, let's take us, since we're here. How much money have I given you over the course of our relationship in 2 years? How much money have I given you?
I don't.
Could you count how much? Approximately. Let's do it approximately. In 2+ years, how much money have I given you? Just approximately. Listen carefully. Listen to this.
Maybe more than. I'm not sure, honey. I'm not sure.
Approximately.
Richie Rich.
$50,000.
Let's be honest, sir.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that you're rich. We all know that you're rich. But the rest of us poor expats, we're not rich.
Yeah.
We are all poor.
Not rich.
Most expats here are poor.
Right.
Okay.
But
let's just call it.
But I don't give her money. I don't
Zero.
give her money. I might buy things for her. I might buy things that she needs, but I don't give her money. I will help pay for things.
Gotcha.
I will help pay for things. I will help her out. But as far as giving her money like an allowance, I'm not rocking like that. I'm not rocking like that. She's got her own money, her own job, and that's why I advocate, don't come here and date a Filipina that doesn't have a job. Don't do it, because nothing good's going to come out of it. So I agree with you to a point, but then I actually disagree with you. I do not believe that you have to give them money. You have to spend money on them, but you don't have to give them money.
I agree.
Yeah. So I respectfully I disagree. Always respectfully.
No, I agree with you on that sense. But it's kind of like a play on words. I don't have to give them money, but I give them money. We all give them money. You're playing on words, sir. Now you acting a little bit funny. Now you acting a little bit funny. It's a play on words.
Well, no, but it's not.
And you know what I'm saying.
Well, I'm just being very clear. I don't give Ching money.
Yeah.
But I do make sure that that her needs are taken care of. And there is a difference, because and here's the difference. Let me contrast the difference. The difference is that a woman who is trying to fleece you or is trying to get your money, you give her money. Oh, I need something from my uncle or my aunt or something like that in the hospital. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not giving you money for that. But if there's something that you need for you, if there's something you need to better your life, I'm open for that, and I'll help with those kind of things. But I'm not giving you extra money or that. I don't rock like that. I'm not giving you an allowance because you're cute. I don't do any of that stuff.
And to add to what you said, I think that that in our 2+ years, I never asked you for anything. Even if I need something, I would hesitate to tell you that I need something.
You
for
do hesitate to tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if I need X, Y, and Z, so I hesitate.
Yeah.
But we come to this talk that if you need something, just what
I ask you what you need.
What you need.
And if you're not smart enough to tell me what you need, then that's your problem. But fortunately, luckily now, you're willing to tell me what you need. But I'm not asking you what you want, because I don't care what you want half the time. Right? I care about what you need, and I can help provide for those things. But it's not a play on words, sir. I tell you the truth, and just like you, I'm just going to speak the truth. I'm not giving people money at all. If I have a girlfriend or partner like Ching, I'm going to help support her.
Well, you know what, Richie? I will tell you this, sir. You are very responsible. You're very respectable, sir. You're very responsible.
Thank you.
Because in other words, what you're telling us is that you can read between the lines. In other words, you can handle the situation before it happens.
I'd like to think so. I would like to think so, yes.
But there are many expats that cannot do that. There are many expats that cannot do that. Like in other words, you're saying, okay, you know that your Filipino needs this and this such amount. You know that she needs this and this amount to take care. But a lot of foreigners here, they're complete crap.
and they don't care about their Filipinos. That's true.
Well, I'm
In
sorry.
other words, you're
That's
saying you're ahead of the game. But a lot of expats here, they're not ahead of the game.
right.
What do you say to that, sir?
You know, here's what I would say. That's why we have this show, so people like you can come on this show and we can talk about it. Other people in the audience can talk about it. That's why we have this show. To put people up on game about what expectations are. That's why Ching sits next to me, so she can add some content and talk about what Filipinas
Chang, am I
expect.
wrong? Chang, am I wrong, or do I tell the truth? Do I tell the truth? No, I want to hear from Chang. Do I tell the truth, or do you think I'm being dishonest?
You're not being dishonest. You're just stating your experience, and all of us here have different experiences. Again, it varies from person to person, and what we keep telling people, what you allow will continue. So if you allow that Filipina to you're giving money, so because she's asking for it, and when once you give money, then you allow to her to get money from you. But I think when it comes to being in a committed relationship and she's never asked you for anything, and you feel the need as your partner to at least what are you here for if you're the partner, and if you're not doing anything to make her life better, or at least make it easier for her, then
and vice versa,
then what good are you as a partner?
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to make each other's lives better, right? To this day, she has never asked me for anything. I ask her, what do you need? She has never ever asked me for anything. Never asked me for a single peso ever.
But Rich, the only reason why I have to push back against that, sir. The only reason why I have to push back against that, and I'm not trying to be funny at all.
That's okay.
It's because you already know your position. You already know your position.
Which is what,
in
your opinion?
Position.
In your opinion, what is that?
You don't have to push back against it. You know that your position is to take care of your female, basically. I mean, no, let's just tell the truth.
Provide and protect. To provide and
protect.
Absolutely.
Provider. But there's a lot of people that don't do that. That's why you're such a good man. That's why you're such a good man. You already know your position. But there's a lot of people out here that don't know that. That's all I'm telling to you, sir.
And I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. And I appreciate you bringing that up, because Chosen One, this is exactly why we keep saying, come here and have your mind right, your body right, and your pockets right. People think they're going to leave the U.S. or leave their country, come here and get a different result, and you're not going to get a different result. You're going to get the same damn result if you come here doing the same thing you were doing at home. And so I agree with you. I don't disagree with you at all on that.
So that's why channels
we're not disagreeing. We're just saying it in different ways.
I think so. I think we are.
We're just saying it in different ways.
Yeah, I think we are. I agree. Yeah. And listen, and by the way, I think this is a great conversation for everybody out there. I'm not afraid to debate or to have conversation, or for people to come on and disagree with me. Number one, I think it makes the show better. And number two, I get to learn. The audience gets to learn. Whatever I say isn't the message of God. I get to learn and hear a different point of view, which I'm always welcome to, which I always welcome, as long as it's constructive. And I feel like you've been very constructive and very respectful, and I hope you feel the same way. Okay. I think you must have moved, because you're cutting out now. Can we get back a good signal? Okay. When you replay this, you'll see your signal completely cut out. So we gotta move on. But thank you for calling in.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for calling in, and I love that. Give me some pushback. I don't think everything I say is always right. I want to hear other people's opinions, and even if it's different than mine, tell me what you think. Just be constructive and respectful. I promise you, I'll be the same way. So with that, you guys,
sorry.
No, what?
We dragged it to 3
hours. We
and
3.5 hours, but a very entertaining 3.5 hours, I think. You guys, if we couldn't get to your comments,
sorry.
I really apologize for not being able to get to your comments. I'm so sorry. We really try to, but look, we love the call-ins. I think the audience loves the call-in feature.
Yeah.
It does add entertainment to the show, and that's the ultimate goal, is for the show to be more entertaining. So I hope you guys think so. If you guys have any feedback on how our show can be better, what we can do to improve it, let us know. Again, be constructive, but we appreciate the feedback. We appreciate we appreciate you guys' opinions. So with that, I'll say, Chosen One, thank you for that. Thank you very much for calling in. I really appreciate that. And I encourage other people to call in, even if you disagree. Even if you disagree, call in and let us know. Give us your opinion. That's what the show is about.
Yes, you
right?
disagree, but you disagree with respect, or disagree respectfully.
Right.
That's all that matters.
So with that, you have any last words?
I think that before I'm just reflecting. Honey. You're ready to get this frag across the lips?
Sorry,
well, I'm just,
you beat me so much I flinch now.
Yeah. But kidding aside, I think that when we started this call-in live stream, we were just, come on guys, keep calling. But now we got a bunch of calls,
That's
and
what we wanted.
We got the results.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, I love that. I don't care if you. It's even better if you disagree, because the whole audience gets to hear two different sides of something, and they get to decide how they feel about it. So it's all good. And I think we didn't disagree. We were saying the same thing both ways, as he was saying. But I appreciate that. You guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking it out. We appreciate it. As for Aaron and for Cliff, thank you guys for being on the Couples Connection. If you guys want to be on Couples Connection, drop an email to me and put your phone number. Make sure you put your phone number in it, and just let me know, I want to be on Couples Connection. We'll put you in. We'll cam you up, mic you up. We'll have a great show. Anything? That's it? You got anything else?
Yeah, for this topic, I think, what role should you play? You need to you need to be really ready to jump into that person's life, because you have to understand that if she has kids, you're not just her partner, but also going to step up as as a leader.
You can't just put one foot in. You got to put both feet in.
Yeah, you got to
put both feet in. And it's just that simple. And I would still say, vet carefully. Make sure it's what you want to do. Be sure. You better be sure. You better be sure that's what you want to do, because now you're involving kids, and it's a big deal. Thank you guys. We love you guys. Thank you for the show, for adding to the show, for the ladies in here, Luca, for
Rhoda.
Lynn, for Rhoda. We appreciate you guys so much for adding to the quality of the show and your comments. Please don't stop coming. We love having you guys here. It really makes the show better to have the perspective of women here on the show, and local women too.
And to our loyal family, thank you so much for always being with us in the premieres and on our live stream. But don't forget, we have a new release time for our video, so we wanted you to know that, so you can also join us on our live premieres.
All right, so keep in mind as we close this out, our collab with Sunshine Shoulders is on September 27th. It's at Draft in Makati. If you have beef with Sunshine Shoulders or me, please don't come. We want to have a good time. But if you can contain your beef, come on. We want it to be a good time, and we want to have fun. So definitely come. You're all invited. And if you do plan on coming, please let us know. Give us a heads up so we can come. So we can do a head count, okay?
Thank you for joining Stephen Ricardo.
Stephen! Oh, he jumped in.
Yeah, he jumped in.
Stephen, we appreciate you for sure.
Thank you.
And if we didn't get to you, you guys, we're sorry. Please try. Yeah, get in at the beginning of the show, and we will absolutely do our utmost to get you in. Unfiltered Black Abroad. We'll definitely get you in. He said with kids, she better be a 15. Okay, so Unfiltered Black Abroad. We make sure to be.
Thank you for the super chat, Young Fresh Global. Thank you.
We appreciate all the super chats and the super stickers. Tony Rain is in the house.
Hello, Tony.
Came in and he said, when a child acts up, it's just really misplaced energy. For example, if he loves to fight, then you need to put him in the gym. I agree with that. I agree with that. Okay. Tony, we appreciate your comments. Hopefully, we can get more of your comments at the beginning of our next show.
IMF is here. Thank you so much, IMF.
Oh, without a doubt. IMF, we appreciate you coming in. How expensive is a compliment? Absolutely. How much does it cost? It costs a compliment in the Philippines, and it's beautiful culture, right? it is what it is, right? If you like the Philippines, it's okay. Give a compliment, and it's always a good thing. Okay. Just making sure I don't want to end the show without missing anybody.
I know.
Anybody, again,
The Gamma Effect.
right? Gamma Effect dropped in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gamma, for coming in. You guys, we love having the comments.
Thank
the fact that
you.
we can't get to everybody's comment is a tribute to all you guys commenting and coming on the show. So thank you guys again. We're gonna get out of here. We got some videos to film for this week, and we got to eat, man. I'm hungry. So we love you guys. Thank you guys so much. So
thank you.
For Rich, I'm Richie Rich for Richie Rich Abroad.
And this is Chang.
Deuces, we're out of here. Later.